So they will demolish part of Abramadesoya.
Yes.
Part of Thomas Estate.
Part of Thomas Estate.
And
Go to
then
Langbasa. Those Badore, Langbasa, yes.
And Badore too.
Badore, that's right. So 800 houses are going down. It was supposed to be 2,000, but they tried to depict it 800.
More than 800.
So which are the areas that these 800 houses will be going
It starts from the Abramadesoya intersection.
It's a curve, actually.
Yes,
yeah.
it's curve. You go through those.
So
people don't check these things.
By the end of this year, they should kick off.
So which means if you don't have a title and you have a house,
you go see where canal be. You go see where road go pass. You go see all this. You see as Ekpede bush reach. You go know where all the roads where they want connect go pass. And I'm sorry for them. If they've gotten their titles, definitely government will compensate them. There are some people we don't buy house or we don't buy land. We don't see them buy CFO. But they don't buy CFO, they rent the CFO from the developer. Are you aware of that?
Very much aware.
Yeah.
The truth is, if you want to buy a property of 300 million naira, you will not see Nyash at that point.
But how come? Ayekua, see, because what also are you trying to say people that do this, they don't know what they are doing?
Am I trying to say what?
Hold on.
From the
What is this?
Sitting on this property.
No, sitting in the heart.
Okay, sitting in the heart of Lekki is this 7-bedroom apartment. Follow me. Let us go through the house.
Ayekua wants to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why is it that these people? Are you trying to tell me that those people don't sell?
Oh my
See,
God.
the truth is,
Welcome to the Honest Bunch podcast. Thank you so much. Every Monday at 6 p.m., you're there. We're here. Curating great content for your viewing pleasure. What is even interesting is the fact that every week you come back. As we give una back to back. Una they come back. We appreciate una. Thank you so much. We see the advice. We see the suggestions. We're really very grateful. It is because of you that we do this. So please keep supporting us. Today's episode is a banger. I'll get to the topic, but let me do the introduction first off. Ladies and gentlemen, initially or every time she's always on my immediate right, but today she's on the left-hand side of the father. Ladies and gentlemen, Attah Itim, Attah Zulezu, www.asankbokoto.com. The light has come. We want. By the special grace of God, incoming, soon to be. Ladies and gentlemen, melanin popping. Jollof always jollofing. Zini Posh, Ezinne mama. Ladies and gentlemen, one beautiful Nigerian woman, two beautiful Nigerian women. A body with an attitude, a body with home training, a body that was raised right, a good girl with a sprinkling of, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful, drop dead gorgeous, intelligent. Because of her, we have a generation of men that watch our episode. They just say, so you just be talking. I want to hear your voice. Yeah, stop. Ladies and gentlemen, Deity Cole!
Stop. I'm blushing. Hi,
chummies. You and Ezinne come like say, now they do anko.
We speak telepathically, we communicate.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. Ladies and gentlemen, our eldest brother, the Diokpa, the man who will take the head of the cow when it is slaughtered, a man of great wisdom.
Come on.
If this man were to be a reservoir, he will be the biggest container. Ladies and gentlemen, man of enchanting physiognomy, many degrees and characters. The one and the only. Anonte. The salt. Nedu Wazobia.
Hi guys, what's up?
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Yours truly, Ezugo Chuku, the husband
6
material.
foot tall, chocolate, papi, dripping. Isn't it? Why is it? Come on.
It's okay.
I'm just looking at him in
Original
admiration.
material.
I'm overwhelmed.
What
I
are
can't
you talking
even
about?
speak.
Stop.
Isn't it? It's good. You're not wearing sponge today. You don't
buys
do
original.
sponge. She lies original.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guests, they're not a waka anyhow. In fact, one of our guests is a cross-country guest from the Orient. All the way from our sister African nation.
Our jollof rice competitors.
Our baby sister.
Hello. I know they
When they come to development, they follow us argue. Yes, our sister African nation. We are always at loggerheads over jollof, over music, over everything. But
we love ourselves.
Every time they collect.
But them pass us for plenty things, though.
I'm happy we know that. Sorry.
Some things. No.
But still, there's still they collect. I'm sure that many people did not see this coming. But we are here. Ladies and gentlemen, a real estate enthusiast. She can convince you to buy anything. You can even buy it. When we get into the conversation, you would understand. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the one and the only Ayekua Ampa. Akwaba. Medasi. Ladies and gentlemen, our other guest is a man of great wisdom. You see, the conversation we won't get today, when he reached that one, leave him for them. It's Sabi and Wewe. He typifies the example of big things come in packages that you would not expect. But when you see him begin to divulge the information, you would know he's a man of great wisdom. And he hold. Yes, he hold. Ladies and gentlemen, staunch supporters of the Honest Bunch podcast. Then stand for our back, tell us, say, make we dey go. Now, then be the people where we say, tell us, say, because they trust us, then go partner with us. And they can also talk, say, if you enter their DM, just type the keyword Honest Bunch. They will give you the best deals. Ladies and gentlemen, the Oga of them all. The one where we say he resides in Reseda. Make some noise for Abdullahi Attah of Reseda. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very
so much.
Yeah.
But you get to go calm. yes, and composure.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Okay, so let's delve straight into the conversation. Now, there's a particular sector that over the years has generated a lot of interest. And this is because of increasing knowledge with respect to goings on in that sector. And people have now found out that very influential people around the world have stake in that business or in that sector and have great interest in this. I'm talking real estate. So people will tell you that check for at least 75% of those who are billionaires around the world have a stake in real estate. And it can't be like, say, everybody now, oh, I'm a realtor. I'm into real estate. I'm doing real estate, including agents. When we say go give you house, where as you dey bath, according to my guy KC, where you dey bath, now there you go cook, you go use toilet, dress up, come out, and they will tell you say, move in. What? Don't worry, you go begin the big. You go dey see. So we are going to discuss that business and a lot of things that are in between. So please pay attention. You will definitely learn a lot. I think this is a very good place to begin from because, like I said, a lot of people have interest in this and many people have invested, very influential people. But some people will tell you that in Nigeria, it be like, say, real estate, not be the way real estate supposed to be. Because we have seen comparisons. Somebody could tell you, say, this house in the heart of Manhattan is so $1 million. But if you come to this place, they will tell you, say, now billion. If you compare and the money, no, they go. I won't ask. And this is not from a place of, say, malice. It's just so that those who are informed will share. Real estate for Nigeria.
Na scam.
Now, really business have been a conduit for people where we say they launder money.
Can
I like that
take
question.
Yes, please, you can take that.
Okay, first I'll start with the example that you gave. You said people show houses in other countries and they say, oh, this house is... We keep forgetting that we have the cities and we have the countries and we have the villages and we have the towns. You understand? Real estate in Asaba cannot be compared to real estate in Lagos. Real estate in Port Harcourt is different from real estate in Lagos. You understand? So if you're buying a house in Ikoyi, it's like buying a house in New York City. It'll be more expensive than buying a house in one other country, one other town in America. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. There are cities and they're always more expensive than other places. So no, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme or a place where people can launder money. It all boils down to the part you're buying. There are still houses in Lakwe. It's still the same Lagos. And they're more affordable than houses in Lekki and houses in VI. It's you that want to buy a house in VI, which is like the center of it all. So, of course, it's going to be more expensive.
So this house in Manhattan, for example, that we see, and see the interior, the exterior, and we now see the one in, for example, Ikoyi, and there's no basis for comparison.
Baba.
There's no basis for comparison.
There's some way
But
you
you
go
check
to-
the costing
You
and the
understand?
pricing is outrageous.
They are annoying. I'm sorry, you. Sorry, you.
No,
You go see some for social media, just like you saying. You get one I see recently for social media for Instagram. They're not they sell house for Iko again or Naira again. No. You go here, $4 million, $5 million. I say, Baba, you know what it be $5 million? 200,000, 400,000. That $5 million house for Yankee, bro. Now village you they buy. Now like you know how they take they buy. When you go be like say na 5 houses together. This one day, that one day, this one day. But come Lagos, you go to see as make it make sense to me. Just one small duplex. Tell me say $5 million. Make it make sense. And the swimming pool go be like fish pond. You know those kind of swimming pool. When you say you not fit do like this, no only straight you go. Just do like this. Like, yo, bruh, come on.
It still boils down to what I said, Manhattan
It
is
not boil
like,
down to anything.
it's not like New York. In fact, houses in New York City are like very tiny.
Yes.
Apartments there are very tiny and they are very expensive.
True.
That's what Lagos is like, the New York of Nigeria. Yes, everywhere is busy, everywhere is tight. That's why we have so much traffic. So we can't compare houses in places like you mentioned, because that's like saying if you want to buy a house with $4 million in Nigeria and you pick a place like Port Harcourt or even Ekpe, you would have a village. I don't know if you understand. It still boils down to where you pick.
But what I want to ask is, the money is okay, considering the fact that you said, it's New York City.
Yeah.
Is it really worth it, considering the fact that most of the houses there, when you look at the finishing, when you look at the furnishing, when you look at the things that they put inside it.
At the end
In
of
fact, there was this house that people spent so much money paying before it was, they were building the house somewhere at Ikoyi. They were building the house and people had already paid. And the house collapsed.
Hey.
It was substandard, or, measures were not taken to give people the worth of their money. But they spent so much money.
And also, I think it sometimes, I stand to be corrected, it boils down to greed. It boils down to greed. Because the product, what you probably pay to buy materials to build a thing is not because you see dollar they go up. You just vex. Oh, you want to put it. Some go tell you say, they price them in dollars so that you go get some kind of class, so that you go get some kind of people who go come. Not be this kind of person you go come.
And Lagos people like all this.
And Lagos people, they know most of them are marketing strategy. They know, so
Don't worry, special.
It's special. We don't pay with Naira, we pay with dollars. So sometimes all those things, I'm not gonna lie, give you. I'm sorry to say, for those people in real estate in Nigeria, forgive me. But sometimes I stand to be corrected. They feel like say, Baba, you got another thing where they under.
I even think they come together sometimes to have a meeting that
That's
let's hike this price. I don't even lie to you because sometimes all of a sudden you go to different pages, you see that the price range is like literally almost the same thing.
Because that's the same thing. There's
Can
no
I come
regulation in
in?
Nigeria.
Yes, please.
Sometimes if you are not in the industry, you won't understand how inflation is affecting building construction. Let's say, for example, you budget like $1 or $2 or $3 million to kick off a construction to the end of the construction, and when you started, maybe a bag of cement is cost for like 5,000 or 6,000 naira, and while the project is ongoing, you started buying cement for like 8,500. So even reinforcement rods and all those things. So those things, you factor those things into those buildings. Nobody come Lagos come do business and go run into loss. So some of those are some of the factors that causes this high value of property, but I still feel that some property in Lagos State are overpriced. They are too pricey. And from an investor, I won't say this as a developer, but from an investor point of view, it pays me sometimes to buy properties in other parts of the world than to buy some properties in some certain location. Because one, let's say for example, during 2020, what was the dollar rate at that time? That was like
it wasn't up to 1,000 naira.
That's 300 to something. No, it's not even up to. It wasn't up to 400, 300 and something. Let's say you bought an apartment now. Let's say for about $1 million. Let's say for example 350 million, and you decide because there's a lot of people. What they do basically, people in diaspora, they come to Nigeria, acquire property in strategic locations for short let, and they use that property to generate revenue from short let, let's say for about 5-10 years, then they
put it
resell.
back in the market.
Yeah. They resell the property. So let's say, for example, now you bought that property at the rate of 1 million naira. That's 350 million then. And now you want to sell. Maybe the property must have appreciated in value, right? You must, to some extent, you've gotten some capital gain from the property. But when you sell and you convert to your currency, your local currency, wherever you are, it feels like you are just moving backwards financially.
Because it's the same thing.
You understand? So from an investor point of view, and with the current rate of inflation and naira devaluation and all that, I feel like the safest investment now, as at now in Nigeria, is lands. Or except you are diversifying your real estate investments, the building real estate investment, not just for basically short lets. You understand? You have to switch to recreational. Even if it's land, you have to switch to agricultural. You also have to switch to industrial. It needs to have an economic value. You don't just buy a property and say because it's, and short let have a certain location that works better.
Yes.
Yes.
You
It's
can't
even
have,
oversaturated right now.
Yes.
Everybody has a short
yeah,
let, and it's not really good.
like for example, now that's what I'm saying. Buying an apartment or a house, it doesn't make any sense.
But this
to me.
is where the dollar pricing comes in. I'm sorry to cut
All right,
you.
no problem.
So now you buy that property, let's say in Ikoyi, and you bought it for like you said, $1 million dollars, you know, 2020, and that was about 300 and something. If you want to sell it back, and you price it at $1.2 million.
Who will buy it in dollars? How many people
will
buy
buy
in
it? People are
okay,
selling it.
okay,
So
now,
I'm not even saying, I'm just telling you that this is the reason why people price
we're actually
their
talking about the
properties in
current
dollars.
value. You know, I made a statement that you might have gained, some value appreciation on the property. Okay, now, a property you bought for 350 million naira, that was in 2020, and you want to sell, maybe this 2024, and at least every 5 years, you are guaranteed 300% return on investment in most of this place. It's only emerging city and developing community. That's when you can get at least 100% return on investment in 1 year. You understand? So let's say you have 300% in 5 years, 35 million times 3, you add 1, which is the capital on it. So that's how much? 140 million, right? 140 million. How much is it in today current dollar rate?
It's not even up to it's not even up to $100,000.
So what are we saying?
Wow.
And now let me tell you something. And even if you want to do short lets, you need to have a target market. You need to have people in diaspora and expatriate. Those are the two people that will make you make more money. You yield more return because they are paying in foreign currency. Forget about Nigerians.
Hey.
You know where
No, that is it.
You know where this property thing where I learned lesson. When I remember there was one small thing I had one time, far back as 2018 or thereabout, and I had some monies. I now changed the dollars and I gave they did of short let that my house waited for Ikatim. It was 60 million off plan. For my mind, bad as it bad.
What year?
2018. 2018.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah, bad as it bad. Once they don't finish like 1 year or 2 years, I'll be able to make like 120, 150. But you're not gonna believe when they finish I needed to sell it because I know I can't live there. I needed to sell it. How much I sell them? What I sold it for was higher than what I bought it for. But guess what?
Converted.
It was far lower than what I paid.
That's exactly what I'm saying. The economy.
This is why
far lower than what I paid
why people price their properties in dollars. That's the point I'm trying to make.
You know,
You
pricing
understand?
in dollars
Pricing in
does
dollars
well.
is still-
That's
let me
just
tell you
why
something.
they do it that way so that you understand. They do it that. Jesus, Ayekua. Jesus, this is why we
Ayekua.
always fight. Nigerians. This is why.
Ayekua. How many people you put something say want sell in dollars? How many people want buy them, go come price them and pay you in dollars?
People actually do. It depends on you as a developer. If you insist that you want your money in dollars, people actually do pay in dollars.
You see, the opening
People
question.
actually do. It depends on the developer.
There's one problem.
You understand?
There's one problem we are not actually talking about. A lot of people go I don't know. I don't play in the luxury field, and I'm not a party to luxury properties. You understand? Because I'm in the industry to solve a problem. I'm not in the industry to show that I'm a developer, something like that. I'm trying to solve the housing deficit, and that is one of the major reasons why we haven't started our building project. We're conducting research. I have some partners in Ghana and all that to see how we can come in and build affordable housing.
And you haven't spoken to me.
Yeah, no. Well, no, I'm not talking.
No, I said that you haven't spoken to me and you're talking to people in Ghana.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry. That's true. So, yeah, I've even recently I had a meeting with some guys who are seeing how we use the non-conventional way of building structures. We just do. Okay, now we have 28 million housing deficits in Nigeria. If you build a house in Ikoyi or Lekki Phase 1, how many of those people can afford it? So let me tell you something, and I keep telling people who really cares to listen for investment. The money you will earn investing in property from all these Chevron, Lekki, okay, they've gotten to their peak period, right? You can't make a huge return on investment.
Exactly,
that is the honest truth. Where you can make from even Attah self don't Attah is getting to its peak period. See from Shango Tedo. Okay, let me give you an example, right? There was a day I was in the office, somebody was talking about go to Lekki and all that. I give them an example of a project I did. That was in 2020. Okay, let me give you an example. You buy a land at Attah, but before you buy a land at Attah or Shango Tedo, make sure that those places are the choice location. In that place, we also have the choice location.
Yeah.
But the land might not be as expensive as the Lekki Chevron. You go to the choice location where a normal working class or someone that earns decent income would want to live. You understand? And make sure that you get it in an affordable area. Although now land is expensive. At least formally, you can still get like 25-30 million is on the estate. Let's say, for example, now I did that calculation. That I'm buying a house like 500 or 600 million in, let's say, Kate. Take that 600 million. As I then know, now everything has changed. Take that 600 million, split that 600 million into 3 places. Go to one location, buy a land 30 million, spend the rest of the money on it. Go to another location, buy a land. And those places, you can build like 6 to 8 units of 2-bedroom flat. And 2-bedroom flat there is like 1.7 to 2. Now it's even up to 2-something million. Now 2-bedroom flat around those places. Calculate a 2-bedroom flat, 8 times 3. That's like 24. Let's say 2 million times 24. How much are you earning annually? But now, I'm not advising people, right? I'm not advising people to you know what? Let me know.
The funny thing.
Yeah.
If I hold that 600 million naira now, do you know the mistake I made before is buying property here in Lagos. It has to be Lagos. If I had done what is in my mind, what I'm doing now, I swear down. One let's say guy in Abuja told me, say, guy, leave Lagos. Where you should be buying properties now outside Lagos. And when he cited a lot of things, first of all, apart from say some of Lagos places don't they saturated, another problem where you want to go buy again, maybe Shango Tedo again, Ayekua, or all those places. Another problem now say you go buy land, finish, then go beat you on top of your land, collect the land. Sit down there. Money, then go beat you. I don't see. Wait, nah. Hold on, my sister, hold on. Never do nah. He don't get one man. Somebody give us gist. Give me and you gist for Benin. Somebody where they into land for everybody know for this Lagos. They into land for this Lagos. A person where they in the abroad buy land. Come back, make he call check the land where he buy like 200 and something 300 million. Another person don't day the land.
Who did he buy it from?
Don't ask me. Another person don't day the land. Now he come and say, are you mad? Get out of my land. I gonna do this. I gonna do that. The person originally get the land. Come go say, oh, you don't want to live in my land. Come go do juju. Come back to the land. The person will sell the land to the new person where they even sell and cheaper to. Come. Cause say, oh, you're the one that want to come and shout because you pay. Now then give her one slap. Bah! With juju, where pass that juju. Till today, the guy no go back to the land.
Hi, go ahead.
So let's just say the problem.
He
is,
bought the land from original source.
The thing is,
So for
no,
me, right
the
now,
thing is,
I
the
just
thing is, that is where.
all those places.
So we should say Lagos is the problem.
No. The truth
whole
is,
problem
the
in
reason
Lagos.
why you're going through all this is because most people would always buy from Nigerians. I'm sorry. A lot of people in Lagos, especially, they would rather buy cheaper than go through the normal process. You understand what I'm saying? If you're buying directly from a reputable company through a reliable and trusted realtor, you understand what I'm saying? You won't have any business with all these people. You understand what I'm saying? Because if there's any problem, you won't even feel it.
How many reliable realtors do we even have
Because
in
they
Lagos?
We
say
don't
they are
have
scammers.
much.
Yeah, wait,
They are
wait,
scammers.
We don't. No,
wait.
we don't have
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
We don't have much.
Ayekua, I think so that people who are watching can also learn.
Yeah.
And those who have money will not be swindled of their money and defrauded.
money.
Yes.
When we are talking about real estate as a sector now, let's look at the major players in real
space.
estate so that we would know. Because you have said, I don't want to operate like a developer. I don't want to do this. So,
Because-
for example, if we talk about football now, you have a manager, you have the players, you have
Agents.
goalkeeper, you have referee,
Agents.
you get agents. All these things, they specified. Now, when we talk about real estate as a business, who are the players in real estate? So that we go know who they talk about. Because even the person when sell land, now person will be say, the person is celebrated across Nigeria, and the person they win awards. So if we talk say the person no follow for the right people, how come income dey among them and they no point them out say you no follow us do this business? So I think Abdullahi Attah, you are in a very good position to tell us when we talk about real estate now, who be the people when be players inside real estate?
Okay, now, real estate, we have the developers. And being a developer, you have to be registered under REDA, which is Real Estate Developers Association. And we also have the realtors.
Okay.
Realtors
So
are-
developer, they different from realtor.
Realtors. Okay, realtors, you also have to be licensed under LASFERA if you are operating in Lagos State.
Okay.
You need to have that license because the Lagos State government is coming up with something very soon whereby if you are not licensed under LASFERA, they will be posting it, publishing it that don't deal with anybody that is not licensed under LASFERA. Because that LASFERA, you can remember, I don't want to call it, there was a certain time somebody has issues with one organization, you posted on this thing, it was on social media, it was LASFERA that
Stepped in.
and sort out the situation. So if you are a member of LASFERA, people will have that trust.
Okay.
That, this person I'm dealing with, you can't go anywhere. I will report you to Lagos State government.
Okay.
And LASFERA, before you become a member, they will drill you.
Okay.
There are procedures and all that. You understand? You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So then you have just the basic developers and realtors. But the most important thing, if you not everybody have the opportunity to meet with a realtor or have a trusted realtor or something like that. Because I can categorically tell you, it's even from developer and from a realtor, there are some people that are just there to just make sales and earn commission, or developer make sales and make money. They are not. That's why everything as a developer, everything I'm doing, I'm using it from an investor's point of view. Because I know the pain, the hard work they put together to raise that money and purchase that property. You understand? So if, for example, you don't have a realtor a trusted realtor, and you are working directly with the organization, I would always advise you get a lawyer and a surveyor to follow you through with the deal. Even some realtors, they also use lawyers and surveyors. Because some realtor, before they even sell for any developer, they will conduct their due diligence to be sure if that property has all the right documents. It's very, very important. You don't joke with that. Before you pay any money, you conduct your search. You request, there are some company you request for some certain document, they won't issue it to you because they know what they would. I've had series of experience, but we are very open in my own organization. If you request for anything, we issue it to you. You go and conduct your search because we don't have anything to hide. So those are the things, because one, you need lawyer. Maybe if you want to confirm titles and all that, you need a lawyer to confirm that. Then also if you want to confirm the status on the land, because sometimes, in places like Ekpe, we have a lot of customary land. That's why you see some company will say CFO in view, some will tell you freehold. We don't have a CFO there yet. But if you buy the good land, the one that has the right status on it, you can get a CFO.
You said in Ekpe you have lots of customary lands. Are there different kind of lands?
Yeah, you have that titles titles, not different kind
There are
of
also
land.
different type of land. Sorry, we have lands that are solely for agricultural purposes. Now, a lot of people are selling these lands to unsuspecting buyers. So people think, oh, I have a land in Ekpe. When I'm done, I can just build a house. But you can't build a house there, though.
Oh, wow.
You're supposed to use it to farm.
Yeah. No,
But a lot of people don't know this.
That
So you
brings
see
me
people
back,
tell you
sorry.
that, oh, land is 500K. Now, why is your own 5 million? Because you bought a farmland,
Land.
but you're not aware of this.
But you don't advise them before
So
they pay.
no, that brings him back
I
to the
will
conversation.
come
You know,
there.
I said
Okay.
title and status. What you just talked about now is a status,
Status of
and
the
we have
land.
agric. We have agric high density, low density. We have forest. We have scheme around Ekpe. Then we have residential.
And
then we have
commercial.
freehold.
Okay.
You understand? And that's the there are some parts in Ekpe. The freehold is a direct freehold. Then there are some parts, the freehold is a residential freehold.
What's a freehold?
Freehold is like when a family can sell a property to you, you can own it, and you can also go to there's no title on the
it.
property. Anybody can own the property so long as you purchase it. But when you have a property like a CFO, when you buy a CFO from somebody, you need to go and process a consent on it. But majority of Ekpe lands now is either you get an allocation or something like that. You understand? The majority of Ekpe land. You get a government allocation and CFO. That's why I see a lot of companies will say CFO in process. But you see that agric, the story long, go. The story long because
But how
there are
come people see they sell those lands? Land where we say na for
this is-
agriculture.
this is the same thing. This is the same. Okay.
A lot of people are ready to invest money in real estate. Like I said in the beginning, they are not willing to go through the right channel. Now, somebody come and meet me now and say, oh, Ayekua, I want to invest 100 million. The first thing that comes to my mind is, okay, we're going to have to schedule for a consultation. And you would pay for a consultation because I'm about to educate you about the market you're about to venture in. Now, a lot of people, when you tell them that, they'll be like, no, so person is
want to
going to
pay.
just give me what to buy. And I'm like, okay, go there. Because me, I like to sleep. My phone is there, it's not ringing.
You don't like
Nobody
to
is
pay.
calling me back and forth to shout.
Yeah. That's
Because
how
my
it is.
clients are at peace.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are, you see somebody wants to venture into real estate with 400 million, 500 million, even 100 million, and they don't want to pay that little 250K for consultation. And that little money will cost them, even if not that property, more. But they just want to buy. And then there's this new trend of developers, when they reach out to reputable, trusted realtors, and they say, oh, this property, this your document, get K-Lego. What do? They give it to influential people. When they just put one influential face, Nigerians become very
Nigerians are
trusting.
emotional
And
buyers.
they just put one very big person to say, this house, so I don't want to
Oh
say
wait, by big person you mean like
influential
a
person.
superstar?
No, I don't know. It
celebrity,
can be a
brand
celebrity, it can be an
ambassador
influencer,
and
it
all
can be
that.
anybody. And they just put the person just comes and talks about the house. Immediately, everybody trusts and they buy. Meanwhile, this person has never told you that, oh, I'm a realtor, I have training, or I understand the market. No, this person just knows this house for sale, buy, let me get my commission and go. So now, you go and buy that house. Now that's where your problem starts. Because you're a blind person and you are buying from a blind person. And then who are you going to cry to?
So which means it's not every advert, every real estate advert from every celebrity you should follow.
Can I ask a question?
no.
Yeah. If you want to go buy a car, yes, and I'm a very fine, influential person, and I tell you, just buy the car and Nedu is nice, won't you come with your mechanic?
Obviously.
Exactly. So why
Yes.
would you want to buy a house or a land without a realtor?
I see where people make mistakes from.
You see this conversation.
Maybe when you sell it, you say it's plenty.
I don't want to say, I'm not calling them.
So, even those people that, associate themselves with those brands, I'm sure some of them must have conducted the due diligence.
Oh, they don't.
But no, I'm just saying, I said
Most people
some,
don't.
some.
Yeah, some,
Because even some, I have seen some realtors, I can tell you, some of them, I know some good reputable realtors, which we are in partnership, they do sell for. Before they will sell your property, they have a surveyor.
Yeah.
They have their lawyer. They will conduct a proper due diligence on your property. See, even if you are coming through a realtor, you are coming by yourself, you are coming through a family member, it doesn't matter. You have to conduct due diligence. That's why I said you need to have the two people you need to have, a lawyer and a surveyor. Sometimes you might be fortunate enough, your realtor has those people working for him or her. So it makes the work.
So it makes it a lot
I
easier.
honestly
easy.
feel like if you're working with any realtor, yeah, the first thing your realtor should have with him or her should be a surveyor. I like it when my clients come with their own lawyer. Because as a realtor, your lawyer can say whatever. A surveyor can't actually, because he will show you the coordinates. You understand? No, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying based
I like
on.
us now, they fighting
I'm just
against
saying
you.
based
No, we are not
on.
fighting,
No,
we are not fighting.
It's just the way I feel. I feel
yeah.
like I have my lawyer. My lawyer has my best interest at heart, and my lawyer is also pushing for us to close deals. We might have done our this in here. We probably will see small come. You come with a lawyer that you trust. You understand? And I will come with my surveyor. I will come with my lawyer. Then we'll sit down, we'll sip wine. Our lawyers will talk. And then they'll come back and tell us that, okay, we're good to go. I like it that way. My lawyer will not start coming to explain to you or convince you to buy. My lawyer will talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer obviously has your best interest at heart. You understand?
Yeah.
I don't know your lawyer from anywhere. My lawyer doesn't know your lawyer. Just meeting. They will discuss. The documents are there. We were sipping wine, we're gisting, we're asking how the family has the weather, and then he comes back and tell us, okay, your documents are good, and we shake hands and we go. It's easier that way.
I think it still results to the fact that due diligence has to be conducted.
It's a must.
And I can tell you, you can have a surveyor, you can have a lawyer, right? Even if your lawyer conducted the due diligence for your client, he won't just come and say, yes, I conducted the due diligence. There are some documents he needs to present.
Yeah.
To show that
Yes, it's very important. You can't just, my lawyer, I've made them my friends. We have arguments. I'm this kind of person that is what I want, you will do. Except I'm not doing anything that goes against the law, right? But it's what I want, you will do. Sometimes even my surveyor, even everybody that walks around me, because sometimes even as an entrepreneur, you need to be sure of what you want and what you want to achieve or what you are offering there. You understand? So sometimes they will say, my lawyer will say, let's do it this way and all that. Not like he's saying go and do bad thing or something like that too. I'll say no. Let me tell you something. The amount, if you purchase our property, you're not paying for documentation. It's all inclusive.
Oh, wow.
You get a registered survey, you get a deed, you get everything. Is all inclusive.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I want to
I want to
ask
ask you a question,
question.
please. I want to ask you a question. Two questions, actually.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll just ask one and later ask the other.
Yeah.
The first question is, all these houses that are empty at Ikoyi, at Victoria Island, is it no money that they used to? Did they not build it for people to live? Or is there something else that they built it for? Because I don't see why
Then
you
the
will
whistle blow away now.
because I don't see how you will spend so much money, build house so, put the price so high.
Right.
People come to live. You
And
tell
you're
them you
okay
can't
with
sell,
them not
and then you're okay. Is it that you are keeping it for snake to carry
Okay, let
something
me-
and
let me
go and
answer
tell your
this
monkey
question.
to carry something and go and drop
That's
it?
what I keep saying. A lot of people are actually not solving the housing deficit. It still boils down to housing deficit. If you come to me today and you say you want to be a developer, what problem are you solving? That's the first question
The
I ask you.
why.
Any business you're doing, like a realtor, they are solving a problem. They are bridging the gap between developers and clients to get them a genuine property. What problem are you solving? Even if you go to our Instagram page, you see we categorically stated it affordable and accessible properties. Like I said, the reason why we haven't started going into bidding, we are trying as much as we are conducting a lot of research, trying to partner with so many brands to see how we can come up with affordable properties. These affordable properties, the luxury people can still buy it too and still use it for rental property. So the average income earners will be able to have where to stay. You understand? So this your question. Let me go to that your question. You have a lot of apartments in that place whereby you are hearing rent for 10 million naira, 8 million naira, 12 million naira. How many people will they earn 300 or 500K a month if afford that kind of apartment?
How many people are
What is the
earning that
minimum
amount, sir?
wage of this country?
Oh.
So if we have to be realistic with ourselves, if you are in the industry, what are you doing to solve the problem in the industry?
But that is, you're talking based on people that should be thinking for other people. Most
No, that's what I'm saying.
They want
Not
not selfish.
Let me answer
Not
that.
What
selfish.
do they think
Do
when
they
they
want
build
to
that
solve the
Let me
problem?
answer that question.
Now, when
Ezinne.
we asked from the beginning, say this real estate business. Now business, I be some people they use that.
are
hide
money.
money.
Let me answer that question. The truth is, for everybody, like he said, there is a why. For every developer and realtor, there is a why. Why I am a developer and why I'm a realtor. You understand? He has his why. That is why it's easy for him to. Some developers just made money and they said, okay, I have money now. I want to be among the landlords or developers in Ikoyi. So they build a house and they don't care whether people rent it, buy it, or they don't care about these things. They just put it there. They have a price that they've fixed, that this is the price I will sell it, and they leave it. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, will somebody buy it? Yes, eventually. You understand? Because there is no why. The why is not to solve the housing issues in Nigeria. The why is not to accommodate people. The why is not to make life. No, the why is I want to be among the people and I want a very influential person that has money to buy my house, and I would wait.
Well, I want to hide my money from EFCC.
Let's not go there, please. I don't want to go there.
I want to launder it. Let's go there.
I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there.
Houses, empty houses right now on the
I
same
don't
lane
know.
in Ikoyi.
I don't
Like
know.
up to 20 houses. What is in those? Is it that
My
you guys don't
point
even
is-
think
And you know,
about
that's
it?
another funny thing. Sometimes some people actually rent these houses or buy these houses. They live in there, you know, but they are not like based in Nigeria. Whenever they come, it's the same way.
Why
it's
you
the
not
same
like
way-
that is understandable?
Why
Why you not like this now? We be
It's the
smart.
same way we
You
have
see
houses in the
you see
village.
mark for our
And we
face.
travel once a year to go and stay in the house for like a week, and then we're back in Lagos. But your house is
So
your
they live
mansion.
and work in the United Kingdom.
Some
This
people,
is
I
what
don't know.
the question I
It's
think they are
possible.
asking. They are
It's
talking about. They are
possible.
not talking about furnished building.
Apartment.
Yes.
They're talking about empty building. Because I can categorically tell you, in Oniru, there are so many empty apartments. You can go there and scout. It's even out for rent. But it's not, a lot of people that could afford those kind of houses, they don't jackpot.
Yes.
That is the honest truth. A lot of people that can afford, because you have a lot of average. You see this jackpot of a thing that we are talking about. Not be everybody get the money to jackpot, right? So a lot of people that could afford those kind of apartments, those kind of houses, many of them they have jackpot. And secondly, again, there is something about that. Those Oniru and Ikoyi houses, VI. Majority of the developers there, they really don't.
No.
Okay, no,
This is
it's okay.
honest bunch. You have to be honest.
It's okay. I don't.
Actually,
It's okay.
Ronaldo will not tell you how he takes his free kick. Because if he does, Messi will know.
But I want to say, I want to ask one question. Now, I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, no, I no go." I have few friends that have told me that they can never, until Fort Mainland Bridge come, then they buy a house for Attah.
Oh, okay.
But that's a very wrong mentality, if I should say. Sorry. Let me
You
come
never
in.
hear why.
Wait,
Yeah,
make she
the
talk,
why
make
is
she talk.
because of the breaking that is going to happen to create the bridge. I understand, but
yeah.
there's a plan for Lagos State. If you do your due diligence, the truth is Nigerians need to understand that real estate is not about buying houses where it's already developed. It's about doing your due diligence, finding the places that will be developing and investing now that is affordable. Because the truth is, very soon when they build the bridge and then the new airport comes, you know, it will be as expensive as Ikoyi, VI, and the rest. And then you now wait. Before you know it, you don't enter Ijebu-Ode because you cannot even buy a house in Ekpe anymore. You understand? So the best thing to do right now is sit down with a trusted realtor, go and check this in Alausa, see the plan, see where all the damages is going to happen, and avoid those places. Buy in a strategic location, and then you wait. That is just the way to go.
You know,
You can't avoid it.
Majority of those. No. She's actually saying the truth, but I want you to
free.
understand something that majority
Yeah, my
of the route for the Third Mainland Bridge on the Highland, I doubt if you could still get. They are majorly fully developed in that places. If you are talking about property, it's at the other hand, at the Korodu axis. That's when you can get property. And for what she's saying, I totally understand. You need to conduct due diligence, and which was the error majority of the homeowners in those areas made few years back or some years back. And I'm sorry for them. If they've gotten their titles, definitely government will compensate them. But if they don't have any title on the property,
Which are
They'll
the
bring
areas
down
that will
they'll
be
bring down
like
their building.
800 houses are going down.
More
Yes,
than-
it was supposed,
more
no,
than
it was supposed to be
800.
2,000, but you know they try to
pitied people.
depict it 800.
More than 800.
So
Going
which are
down.
the areas that these 800
It
houses will be
it
going down?
starts from the Abraham Adesoya intersection.
It's a
You
curve,
go through,
actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's curve. You go through those behind Thomas, those make I no one call
So
it
they will
name.
demolish some part of Abraham
A
Adesoya,
huge
Yes.
part of
part
it.
of Thomas Estate,
part of someone's estate.
Hey.
Go
And
to
then- It's a
Langbasa, those Badore, Langbasa,
Langbasa,
yes.
and Badore too.
Badore,
And
that's
the
right. So
funny
it
thing is, I
will come
posted
out.
about this thing in 2021. It's on my Instagram. I posted an actual video that shows how the cut is gonna
This
go.
thing,
People don't check these things.
they don't check. Listen, me, I've confirmed this thing.
Wait.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I know what I'm asking. So let me finish, then you can talk. So I want to get it straight. Now, this Fort Mainland, even if you don't know when they want to do the,
According to government, by the end of this year, I'm sure the reason why they haven't kicked off is because the Lekki Ekpe expressway that they are constructing, they are the last phase now from LBS to Abraham Adesoya. They finished from LBS to Ekpe. From LBS to Ekpe now, it won't take you more than 30 minutes or 25 minutes to get to that place. The road is free. So I think when they finish that, from what we saw or read online from Lagos State government, by the end of this year, they should kick off.
so for the Fort Mainland Bridge now, which means like you said, Abraham Adesoya, is it the whole of Abraham Adesoya or part of Abraham?
No, even Abraham Adesoya would not be much affected because majority of those people there, they were very smart. They don't, yes. Now the people who did those inside
where they say palm wine.
yeah. And you know one thing about that place, that thing, they'd already established that thing from Lagos State Charting Board right from time. Even this Fort Mainland Bridge, no be today, so many years ago.
Okay,
But-
so people still went ahead to.
No, they are not conducting due diligence.
what
That's
she's
where
saying.
due diligence comes in. You
So
understand?
part of Abraham Adesoya will go. Part of Thomas Estate will go, or most
Back
of Thomas
behind
behind
all
Thomas
those behind,
Estate
then
will go.
down to Abadore,
Then
Langbasa.
Langbasa will go. Then Badore.
Around Badore, Langbasa.
Badore will
the
go.
bridge will cross those places, then cross that
How do they
water.
plan on compensating these people?
If you have a title, you will definitely get compensated. That's one good thing about Lagos State government.
So which means if you don't have a title and you have a house,
Otilo.
hotel,
You want
to
to
ask-
title having house to go, you see, I've seen us say
It's
100%.
not-
So
I
the
want to-
government will wake up and say they
No,
won't
no, no.
build.
If you build for where you know supposed build,
Dude.
Hey.
there's nothing. There's no emotion. It's just like the coastal
it's like,
highway.
she made a statement now. Let me tell you something. Sometimes the government might have use for your property, maybe right of way or whatever it is. A new strategy might come out or maybe plan. But if you have your title, the government will definitely compensate you. You understand? See, Lagos State government, if you are doing the right thing, you won't have any issues with Lagos State government. It's when you are doing things the way that you're not supposed to be doing it. You understand?
See, recently, there's something that was happening recently because I saw Yemi Alade crying out on social media. I also saw a lot of people shouting. What of
Omole.
these other estates in, like, is it on
Mende?
Monday?
I think it's on Mole.
Maryland.
Maryland.
Mende.
Those ones, bridge, not they pass there now.
Don't be bridge now.
Na drainage.
It's not drainage.
Canal.
You see.
Drainage.
There's one problem about I will see a lot of Nigerians. Sometimes we don't like to do the right thing. Now, only when we travel abroad do they like to do the right thing. You see, before you even buy land, this thing boils down to due diligence.
Diligence, yeah.
See, when you are chatting, you go see where canal dey. You go see where road go pass. You go see all this. You see as Ekpe dey bush reach, you go know where all the roads wey they want connect go pass. You go tell you say this. It will tell you the status on that land. Say if this land is it free, is it under any scheme, is it under forestry, or it's meant for agric. You see those agric formerly you can regularize agric and get an agric CFO which lasts for about 20 something years. But after that 20 something years, the government will revoke it, right? And no, it's normal. It's just like a CFO. But the normal residential CFO is like 99 years.
99
But
years.
after that 99 years, they say you can renew it. But you see that CFO issue again. There are some people we don't buy house or we don't buy land. We then see them buy CFO. but they don't buy CFO, then rent the CFO from the developer. Are you aware of that?
Very much aware.
Yeah.
Wait, they rent them.
Yes.
The developer no go, he no go outrightly hand over the title
So
to you.
Loki is still his house.
Hey, that's not fair now.
Yes, now it happens.
Don't they have to do the change of name?
If you don't go with a reputable
That's why you need
lawyer
to say a reputable lawyer.
and a
is,
realtor that knows what to do. See, the funniest thing is that people don't understand. As
You
a
don't just go
realtor,
and buy a
you are
house or a land
lucky
yourself.
a lawyer. There is no term they want to bring that I'm not familiar with. The one I don't know, I will now snap and send to my lawyer and say,
Lawyer.
guy, what is the meaning of this? But if you go by yourself, it's like, yeah, like I said, you want to buy a car
Wait,
and you don't go with
fair.
a mechanic. If
not
they are
fair.
patching
A lot of
but
things
the
are happening
blade,
now.
Both of
you
you.
will know.
Both of you, we need to ask you this question proper. So what you are trying to tell me now is that there are a lot of people that bought houses in this Lagos
That is not their
think
own.
is their house, but it's not their house.
Yes,
It's not their
of
house.
course.
When people
Yeah.
On documents, they are
Yeah.
renting. They are
They're
renting it for the
renting it for-
99 years. If
not
if
Hey,
if it gets to that 99 years,
They can't.
it's the developer that will renew the CFO if they want to allow them to renew the CFO.
And if
Developer
this
is not-
developer is dead
It's not-
and everything,
that's
If the developer is dead and his family does not want to, and they want to use the house, they will pack out
But
of the
can
house.
they do it before the 99 years? Because some people go tell you, say, no problem. Now she made at 99 years. You could don't die ago. Can they do it before the 99 years?
Do what, please?
The CFO.
No,
you can't renew what
if
I'm
you
not
renew
expired.
it,
Can't
so
renew
you
what
know.
I'm
How do now for people who don't buy a house now that don't know that think the house is their own, not knowing that is still the owner of the place, how did they know that they've rented CFO to them?
See, a lot of people don't
Check
check all
Send
these
your documents to
documents.
a lawyer to
check
read
it.
it
You
and
don't
tell
check,
you
you don't read.
exactly what
you might
everything
just be
means.
renting.
I might just be renting.
don't read.
There's one other question I need to ask because I think you flew past it.
Okay.
Before we go to that thing. She mentioned something that I did not aware of it. That you can actually buy a land, but the land you buy for your mind, you have where you can build and where in the farm.
Yes.
Now, how do you know the land to buy? How do you know the land is farming land? Just like you say, it's still due diligence. And you now said that farming owned that is 25 years. Now, if it's after 25 years, for your mind, you go keep a male picking grow. Before that time, they go tell you, say, oh yeah, it's not
You
your
don't
land
have-
anymore.
yes.
Even that farming land, you can't even get, as at now,
You can't get
while we're
your
speaking,
finance.
you can't get a title on it anymore because I think government has put an order. Maybe later they might, they are trying to see how they can convert this thing so you can get an allocation on it, you can regularize it. But for now, if you are buying anything, if before you buy a land from us, if we'll offer you, there's something we'll offer you our registered survey, we'll offer you our chart report. Because before we even acquire any property, we get all confirm everything if that property is okay and all that. So our chart report, which is from the state, whichever state we have the property, it will be coming from the Bureau of Lands. You understand? It will show you the total status and information of that property. The whole layout, the perimeter lining, to have the coordinates and everything. So when you are buying, you can even take those documents to your lawyer or to your surveyor. They can chat. They can even come for inspection. Go to the site, pick coordinator, whatever it
If
is.
not this way, all these people where they abroad take they buy now, their mind go they rest now.
They keep
Because
buying
know,
from
say,
their family and friends.
They
but
buy-
they keep
they buy
buying
from
from
the
their
wrong
family and
people.
friends.
That's-
They keep
that's-
sending you,
that's-
I will send money to my younger brother.
to buy. Then you tell the younger brother something
wait.
because that one doesn't want to go through all this stress. He will just go through the quickest ways. I keep telling my clients, just because you're outside the country doesn't mean you can't also conduct a virtual inspection. You understand? You can send your friend and family to come and check. You to be on the phone.
Yeah.
Let there be a video call and see what you're buying. Sometimes the thing they want to buy, because their family or friends don't want to go through the whole stress of all this waka, they will just cut and do what they have to do. And then everybody will complain, Nigeria, Lagos, realtors, everything. But at the end of the day, you did not do. You cannot carry a child that is in primary school and put him in Unilag and expect that child to excel. No, there is a process that you have to follow.
course.
It might be hard, it might be expensive, but you have to follow that process.
That's
I want to ask you a question.
okay.
It's actually my second question. I don't know whether it's the right time, but I mean,
All right.
Are you a landlord?
That's a personal question.
Very personal.
Because the question I want to ask is about landlords.
Okay. All right.
So there are houses that people built in 1900
Okay.
when cement was 50 kobo
Okay.
and ceramics was 30 kobo.
Okay.
And in the year 2024, the rent of those houses, in fact, as dollar goes up, the landlord will come and tell you that dollar has gone up.
When
Okay,
person
now
work, they
for
chop.
that,
Say
it's not.
it's 5 million now.
for
And you're
that-
now wondering,
Mhm.
did you buy cement to just build this house now? Or, I mean,
Okay,
make
let me
understand.
give you an example. For that, it's not about dollar. It's about the demand and the development in the neighborhood. Okay, let me give you an example. I met someone in 2021 who happens to be an investor turned developer, right? As at then, I'll give you an example from land and also for housing. As at then, he bought land around this Ikota axis. He bought the land 2001 for 200,000 naira per plot, right? Then he bought about 2 acres of land. Then
In
he
the
left
Kota area.
Ikota, yes.
Chai.
I can take you to that place today. I still keep in touch with the person, right? It's like a mentor to me. He's part of the people who even, motivate me to want to go into real estate, right? So he left that land and traveled out of the country, went to school and settled over there. Then when he came back, he returned, I think about 2011. That was when I met him, right? He started, when he came back, he came to, normally came to check his land and all that, blah, 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 blah. So I connected with him. I started following up with him. As at 2013, as at that 2011, the land was cost about 25-30 million around Ikota here. Okay. Yeah, around Ikota. So after much everything, by 2013, he decided to sandfill the land. Then when he sandfilled the land, because it was a marshy area, kind of swamp, he sandfilled the land. So as at 2013/14, he sold, I think 20, or is it 2015? He sold that land 50 million per plot. That's 300 million. Then that 300 million, part of that funds, he used it to develop the other one. He built like 21 units of terraces, and he sold those terraces, I think some 39, some 40, some 41. And he made over 800 and something million thereabout.
That's
So
the beauty
now,
of real estate.
those house now that is sold for 41 million, do you think if you go now, you want to buy it from that person, will you buy it for 41 million?
No, I'm not even talking of buying.
No, I'm
purchase.
just giving you an example. Before a landlord rent a house, they conduct a survey to confirm the value of the
Around.
property.
As at that
Because
time.
I can tell you there was a time in Lekki County homes, not the main Lekki County, the inside, Ikota Villa phase 1, and it was phase 1 and phase 2, not Lekki counties.
County,
You
yeah.
understand? That phase 1, there was a time, 3-bedroom flat there, that was 2011, it was like 700,000 naira now.
Now it's like,
So what are we saying?
I have
So
a-
now,
okay.
so now it's the development around the community and the demand for housing that increase the value.
Is
is
of
there
the
ever going to
property.
be a time it to come to a halt?
The property will never come down.
Never.
That real estate is the
Yeah.
only thing that will never depreciate.
Never.
The only thing, yeah, quiet. The only
Please
thing
go
that
ahead.
might possibly depreciate the price of real estate is sometimes it might be government policy that will chase a lot of investors away, but it will never happen in a place like Lagos, because Lagos, you have a lot of population, and when you have a lot of population, you keep
always
having
a demand.
demand for housing.
Okay.
So that is it.
So Nedu, that
So-
goes back to that your question about the Fort Mainland Bridge and waiting till they build it. I'm sure that man bought that land when it was still bush.
Okay, so I have a question, right? You've answered it while answering Ezinne, but I still want to understand properly.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's say with the situation of Nigeria right now, how things are. You mentioned something earlier that along the line while building, cost of cement might go up extra.
Materials.
Okay,
General
now
material.
let's say these houses that I want to go back to Ikoyi. Those houses in Ikoyi, they're like $300 million right now. Right, and they are staying there. People are no. I'm just giving you
I don't fear.
example. I don't give you example. I'm trying to be sarcastic with them. So let's say those houses now they're like $300 million right now, and people are not really buying it. They are there. Let's say everything now gets better in the country, and people like me that cannot afford the houses of 200K,
Yes,
and I
girl.
start building houses in. Let's say I can afford the land in Ikoyi right now because things are better.
Better, yeah.
Then I start building houses there, and I'm selling. I'm I'm selling the houses in an affordable manner. Those ones of 200K, because seller, they don't depreciate. Would they bring their prices down to say they want to come to my own level now that people will be rushing to mine?
Okay,
or
now-
they will still be doing stronger and they will want to keep their price there because they will lose at the end of the day.
Okay, for that your question, I don't know the word I will use, but I think you are contradicting land value to house value. So now let me explain to you. Before you buy anything or before you build anything, land comes first. I always say land is like land with human existence go hand in hand. Because without land, there's no hospital. Without land, there's no school. Without land, there's no mall. Without land, we can't do anything. Where you have this building now, you have land on it. So sometimes the land are the factors that drive the value or the cost of the property, because the same amount you used to build house in Ikoyi is the same amount you used to build house in Ekpe. The only difference with Ekpe is that Ekpe has a very good topography, right? Solid ground. You don't need too much. You don't need to spend too much on foundation and all that. But another thing you say, when the country gets better, that's a story for another day. Now,
Let me ask a
When they
question.
increase minimum
The most
wage.
important question now
But it
is
can get
there
better.
land in Ikoyi for sale?
There will be,
no, you can buy a building and
You
demolish.
try,
You
you
buy
buy
a
the
building
money.
and
How
demolish.
much would you buy the building?
And let me tell you something.
If you get broke,
Haven't
now
you
we selling land.
haven't people taking notes of
Guy.
current Ikoyi building? They don't build. They are more of skyscrapers, high rise now. Because what they are trying to do, which I understand for the developers, how would you buy a land? Let's say you buy land $1 billion and decide to build terrace on the
Yes.
land. How much you want make for there?
Yes.
So you have to, see how you can factor those things. When you say go make money
so
back.
which means because I've been here trying to think the coming of Mainland Bridge, is it going to, because I will not lie to you, I used to always say this thing that the only reason why I think real estate is expensive in Lagos is because of traffic. That's what I think. Because the truth is, if there's no traffic, I can comfortably, before now, go to Ekpe, buy like 2 acres. When it be say you go past like 3 gates before you reach, 3 gates, pass the first one, pass the second one, visitors get where they go sleep, your family members get where they go sleep, you and your family, all those kind of things. So I'm thinking the Mainland Bridge, is it going to make the houses cheaper, or is going to, I think it's...
There's a bit of traffic.
Development.
Is that question for
make
me or
houses
for her?
cheaper.
Development.
No, the Mainland Bridge.
Now development
It's
now.
development now.
Now,
Sorry, a quick example. For Abia State, you get road where be saying a dump site before. Dump site.
Port Harcourt Road.
The governor come, fix that road. People when they live for Bacha, change their roof.
Period.
Paint them.
No jokes.
So anything when be development, go come with your own.
it's only going to open that place
Yes,
more.
now
It's only
hopefully
going to
competition will become intense
Now-
and demand will be high.
Now, let's take this a bit further. I have a friend that was looking for an apartment for the past 3 weeks. She just got one recently, and she got that because I helped her. Call the person, how far? Okay, okay. Now my sister. Why is it that landlords in Lagos rarely give houses to single girls?
Reputation.
Hey.
You see,
Reputation.
that question.
Good question.
Okay, now.
Reputation.
Okay, now, sometimes, from my personal experience, I can categorically tell you that it's not just only single girls. Sometimes even guys, right? Because before I went into development, I've done agency. That was like 2017, those years, you understand? And I've managed a lot of property. And to some extent, even me, I've managed a lot of property, right? And sometimes it's not even about the single girls. It's about their questionable character.
Lifestyle.
Yes, their questionable character. You see, I've seen some people that they have the money to even renew the rent. They will take the landlord to court.
For the fun of it.
Yes. They have the money to pay the rent. They will take the landlord to court and believe that they will be staying there while
The process is on.
They are doing it a lot in Lagos. I have so many people that even when you tell them about rental apartment, come and buy or build rental apartment, They'll say,
They don't want the
I've had,
drama.
because this is not even about single ladies or single guys. You understand? It happens to anybody. And I have some people, they will tell you they can't rent out their house to family person. Yes. Because family person gets so much responsibility, go they delay for rent. It happens a lot. I have people, yes. You know, I've managed a lot of apartments. I've managed that's why you see I have a passion for affordable housing. I have, I interact with these people. I understand their problem. I've conducted my survey and I realize that even you will build house for Ekoi, they wait make person come collect that house. You get some house where you go build around those go to do houses before you pave the compound or why you dey put tile, you go don't rent the house finish. If you get 20 units, you go rent and finish before you even put paving stone. You understand? So now there demands day for real estate. That's your money. If you diversify them for those locations where I talk, you'll be making money, but still I'm still from with the way things they go for this country. If you want to do real estate for building, not for land though, it has to be a recreational real estate. Like it needs to have an economic value where they generate revenue every day. Nobody say you go live and say you want, because the currency devaluation is a problem. It's a big thing in our country. You understand? So it's either they do, if you have land, even land, I advise people if you have land, rent it to somebody. They want to, not even church.
Yes.
Yeah, church is fine. You can rent. I have some people they will tell you. Let me tell you something about this church. Let me tell you something about this church. You see this church,
You say God, don't do that.
You see this church, I have a lot of people, they will tell you they can't rent out their land to church. Because church.
I know person with a bring and come
I go plant my feet on solid ground.
No, this is it. Let me tell you, when you rent them to them, and when they decide, say they don't do enough, they be buoyant enough to buy. They will come, they kind of use, if you're a Christian,
style,
and
brother.
the value where
This
you
is the
supposed
Lord's work.
the value where you supposed to sell, you might not be able to sell that value. So it's better for you to build an event center than rent it out to a church. You understand? Build an event center, rent it out to a church. Then you know that they pay you a certain amount every year or every month. You
So
get
not
it.
lease, like
Don't give
not
them
long
lands. No do. Build an event center.
Before we get to investment,
Yeah.
I want to ask one question. Is it because you get one guy with the social media and they say once in a while, sometimes I realize it realize this, sometimes I feel the guy you drink something, you come. No rent house, they live for hotel.
Financial mistake.
You understand? So and I see some. I follow a lot of real estate moguls outside Nigeria, and I follow and live their philosophy most times, even if not be all I they follow. But you get one way me are not to agree, sir, and I want to ask you for the sake of other people. They tell you, don't buy a house where you're going to live in until you become wealthy. Get into real estate, spread it, make a lot of money, rent. Then when you're wealthy, you can then buy a house. Do you buy into that philosophy?
Okay, this thing goes both ways, right? If you're a single person, it's understandable. But if you're a family-oriented person, by the time school fees and house rent hit you.
Brother.
So now, if you're a family person, I will advise you buy, there's something we call starter pack. Now me they call them a starter pack. Starter pack just be like, those small terrace we get 3 bedrooms and all that. Because when you buy that starter pack, you start out with your family in a very decent estate because everybody wants to, train their children in a decent neighborhood to get an environment. Then you do that one. So you go get stage, you go come that place go come the inconvenient you. Right, to won't go to a bigger place. The only thing I don't advise is buying a gigantic house before building your real estate investment portfolio. A gigantic house is maintenance for house where you dey stay when you get no be being so. House cost house where you dey stay. You go spend money.
This one go spoil. You go bring
yes, of course. You spend money. So I think it's just better. No matter how much you get. I think the Ikoyi will they talk. There was a time I used to say something. It pays me to find one small estate around maybe this Chevron, VGC, to Attah, or maybe a Bramade Sonya to stay. maybe a 50 million naira house, make I manage with my family, then make I get property worth 1 billion where they give me rent or they yield something for me.
Yes.
You understand? Because the major focus in real estate is financial sustainability. How you can create passive income. How when you can even just wake up one morning and say you want to retire for what you do and your money they work for you. That is the goal. It's not about buying a big house is not a flex to me. I don't see that as a flex. I would definitely get to that level. Maybe when I get to like the Tony Elumelu and the likes.
You understand?
You can spend money to go to a bigger house. You understand? But not now. I'm a young guy, for crying out loud. I'm still
You're still in the streets.
You understand? I'm building. It's about wealth creation. You have to create wealth. You see, I used to say something, within majority of our youth no understand. You know, you see all these Antonio Lumelo and the likes, they didn't just make that. It's a gradual process. If you, let's say as a tech bro now, for example, you got a job from maybe one IT firm for abroad, they earn better money and all that. Use 5 years or 10 years.
Build your portfolio.
They invest like mad person.
Yeah.
Sorry to use that word, but invest. Just they invest. Invest. Need to look waiting your
Mates
peers or
are doing.
your mates than they do. No, just keep putting that money. If you get to a stage, you will just look back. Those your friends or your peers where they say they're
not
stupid
on your
now.
level.
They're not there your level again. Then you see, there's one thing. Investment. When you have a lot of investment in your portfolio, you know what it does to you? Now, it don't promote you for the level of survival. You know, when you did the level of survival, you're not going to think big. You won't think of growth. When you don't come up for level of survival, you don't dare for stability. Now you're going to think of scaling yourself. The kind of mad ideas you will be having, you yourself.
You'll be shocked.
And you start finding yourself in some kind of network where be like, say, then they motivate you, they inspire you. So that's the investment, investing. It cannot be Nigeria. You can own an Airbnb in Dubai. You can own an Airbnb in London. What you should do is you can list.
London is very affordable.
You can list 10 cities that has high demand for tourism. You understand? Those are even in Africa.
South Africa.
Kenya.
Tanzania.
Nairobi.
There's even another place I
Rwanda.
just discovered. I'm still conducting my own research. It's Cape Verde.
Cape Verde.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
about to
Cape
say,
Verde.
yeah.
Malta as well.
Yeah.
Malta. So
Malta.
those are the
I
cities
heard
you
about
go. You
that
can
one.
buy apartment. That money we go to buy $3 million apartment. I know Paris can be very expensive, right?
Yes.
But Paris also have demand. Yeah, Paris is very expensive. Paris
There's a
apartment
demand.
$1 million, $1.2, $3 million. That's how the apartment is. But what I'm saying is, you don't even have to have that old money. You can start with 150,000 euros or pounds or dollars apartment, 80,000 pounds, 50, 70, 90, 100, and it will yield something good for you.
Now, let us come down to where we are now is because the truth is, whether we like it or not, you guys are the moguls when it comes to real estate. And whether we also like it or not, the economy is not getting better. It gets worse every day. Where it was yesterday, not be where it did today. And not be where it could be in the next 1 month. It's only going to get worse. Now, we have a lot of people, now, which is what I said earlier. If I had known what I knew before, before I know I'm now, if I don't get half of one community for Abuja, or get one half of community for Sokoto, or get half community for Kaduna, because you go there, you see land of 300k, 400k. I was telling you there was one land I was supposed to buy last year, 3 million last year in Kaduna. As I come boss my friends this year, say, how far make I buy that land? I said, now 8 million now.
It happened to me too. My mom was persuading me.
Now the guy say, Baba, this one's where they open. Just use that money now. Just buy like 4. Just buy like 5 here. First, okay, now no problem. Now, how do you advise people? People will get small. Do you advise them? Because a lot of people don't understand that it's stupid to keep money in your account.
That's
A
another.
lot of people don't understand that it's very stupid to leave money. They just want to go open their account and see, 25 million, 40 million, 50 million. But a lot of people don't know that it's stupid. Now, do you advise those in Lagos to invest in Lagos or spread out other parts of Nigeria? Go to Abuja, go to Kano. No, okay, leave Kano.
Go to Abia.
Go to Abia, go to Owerri, go to all those places, buy properties, fence it and live it. And the truth is, it will be far cheaper than what you think. And I don't want to talk plenty things, but what do you advise?
Okay, for me in that
Saving money first of
for
all,
that-
then where to
for
buy.
that question where you ask, if everything why they do, they always have the standpoint of an investor and the standpoint of a developer. Okay, now I'll start with the standpoint of a developer. As a developer, you have clients that makes inquiries a lot. So sometimes it's important you make informed decisions with the data you collect. Where did the demand be?
Exactly.
Now you go. But as an investor, I can tell you 2 locations to look out for. And if you actually miss out in Shango, Tedo, and Lekki, the 2 locations to look out for is Ogun State and Oyo State. I'll tell you why. We have a property in Ogun State, but you won't know that it's in Ogun State because it's like the outskirts of Ekpe.
Vegas. Okay.
And now, Ekpe don't they saturated. To even see land buy for Ekpe now, it is very difficult. You understand? So now, the development of Ekpe, it will affect the Ogun State outskirts. Not just only that, some part of Ikorodu will enter Ogun State. Even also Fort Mainland, they enter Ikorodu. So you see, all this, I'm not a party to expensive land, I will tell you. I know Sabi do expensive, like go and buy land 200 million and all that. That 200 million, except that land no get better status or better title. So long as I check, if I go approach government, say government, I don't buy this land from this king or this person, give me title, I won't collect title on it, and government will give me, I go check everything. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't buy the land. Then now, another place that you have to look out for now is Ibadan. I know a lot of people who work in Lagos. They come to Lagos on Monday morning, go back to Ibadan on Friday.
Yeah.
The same thing that is playing in the Liverpool, the UK and all that. Where people they work, they use train.
London.
Use train from so and so city to the same thing will play out in the future for Ibadan. So long as that train they go fit maintain and work for long. If they fit maintain now, Ibadan and Ogun State is the 2 big places to look out for.
And Ibadan is actually very beautiful.
Ibadan is beautiful now.
Yeah.
Ibadan.
I stayed in Ibadan for like 2 days and I was surprised at
Like
how much
I
fun
really
had.
wanted to pack my things.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll go and get a house in Ibadan.
Yes,
Maybe if I don't
Ibadan
tire
is
for
very
Lagos State
beautiful.
stress.
I'm serious.
If I don't tire
know,
for
but I
Lagos
stayed
State stress,
at
I'll
the
just move to
resort. It was
Ibadan.
really nice.
I mean, for
Yes.
the both of you, if you're smart, because me, for my head now, I don't already buy before I come out. I'm serious, no jokes. No, I'm no jokes.
So sorry to cut you short. We are actually we currently have in Ogun State. We are currently processing one in Ibadan.
That's
Resida, yes. We're currently processing one in Ibadan. We are also processing another one in Abuja and in Asaba. Asaba, that is for the Easterners, right? The Southeast people, they don't want to, for the industry, they don't want to use anything that has to do with
Come
Lagos.
to Abia, please. We are developing.
Yeah, we work based on demand.
You know,
right?
Coming up.
You know what? What I wanted to say earlier for people that are watching and you don't save small before they come bill you 20 million. Just for both of you that are into real estate and property to be thinking of going to Ibadan. You know how many people don't they think to go there? It tells you.
Ibadan has cast there.
It also
Ibadan don't cast now.
You see,
Yeah.
so it tells you that
most of your faves go to Ibadan to have a good time.
Ibadan don't cast.
So
Yes,
they were-
a
And
good
to make
time
it easy,
rest.
just enter their DM
Most
and
of
type
your
honest
faves
bunch.
go
just
to
to make it
Ibadan.
easy, just
They
enter
go
Resida's
there.
DM, type honest bunch,
Yeah.
and it's there. Now, another question I want to ask quick because, well, anyway, let's leave it better. Is it smart to buy properties from family people?
No.
Okay, I will answer that question. Okay,
Sorry.
no, yeah. No,
As
okay,
an-
you want to
as-
answer?
For you as an individual or an investor, don't try it. But for a developer, yes. Why I'm saying it, developers, yeah, they know how to handle these people. And these people, they have an understanding with developers. But you as an individual, they will sell to you and they'll sell to 5 other people. What can you do?
Hey.
If you think all this on money don't have mouth, you'll be shocked at the amount of backings and lawyers that are backing them. There's nothing you can do. But when they are dealing with developers, I don't know, they have a way of taming them. So for an individual or an investor, please go through a proper developer that knows his or her
So
own.
what if
What
it's
if
ballet?
what if you buy and you now
Okay, let
write
me-
on the wall, you now write
Beware
military
of
zone,
fire.
keep off. We need this calling.
If it starts from beware, this
Beware
land is
of-
not
Not
for
for
sale.
sale.
Beware of my son Kamoru.
No, but I've seen so many military zone keep off. And most times when people come there, they'll say, nah, soldier man
He's
get us.
he's a normal person. I know an individual like you that will say soldier did there. And Omonile will still enter. Somebody they know all the
You see
streets.
this Omonile
They know all the
tactics.
streets. You don't want to be there. You don't want to
One
go
of my
there.
mentor used to say, if you can be a real estate developer, majorly land real estate developer for 1 year and you survive, you can survive anything else in this world. The troubles, there's so many things that comes with buying land from
Omonile.
Omonile. But just like she said, real estate developers understand how to handle these people. And I can tell you, there was a certain time we didn't have much developers in the industry. That was so many years back. You have to buy the land from an Omonile. There was a certain time. Why I want to go to this conversation is because there are still some good Omonile. Some are very terrible. No, there are still some good
Omonile.
yeah. There are still some good Omonile.
Abeg,
There are still some. And another thing, dealing with Omonile, you need to understand how to play land politics. There's also land politics. So you won't
Like Shinaps.
Yes, now
Oh.
you
Like
will hear.
Shinap and
You will
Una
hear.
It's not
Oh, is it Shehu that sold it to you? Shehu is not one of us. So Shehu is one
That's
of
what they
the
do.
family
So,
A. Is
you know, sometimes
is Shola's house. See, you don't want to do that.
The tactics we
You
use
don't want to do
is
that.
we'll try and see the head of
The family.
And they protect the head like Queen Bee.
We'll go behind.
They protect it. So just
They won't allow you to see.
They protect it.
No,
It's only
we will
developers
go-
that know how
we
they
will
used to
go
enter them.
behind and trying to find words from that one mouth with something. Yeah, I've
business,
been burnt
only
really
the
bad.
strong survive.
I've been burnt
Game of
really bad.
Thrones.
I've been burnt
You've been
really bad.
burnt.
Yes, like for good. So that's why I always say anything when I'm talking about clients, I talk from a developer perspective and I talk from an investor perspective. I've been burnt really bad. There was a time that I used to when I was doing agents, the mistake I made was I didn't go into social media that much. We were using this listing platform because that was where we were making a lot of sales. Yeah, listing platform. That was where we were making a lot of sales. I used to have a lot of clients from diaspora and all that. They contact me, and I can tell you there are some of my clients then. Omonile never open wide then now, not now. We use car. They collect land. Yes.
Land
I can
Cruiser.
tell you, not even Land Cruiser.
I heard it was
Me
Land
personally, there was one of my 2K Corolla why they used that time. I used to collect one land from Omonile and I later sold that land at some point 25 million.
Wow.
Yes, and that was just like 3 years interval, 4 years.
This land,
Corolla
wait, this
800
car, this
Yes.
car own. They get one of my
So-
guy where use and collect land for VI. Yes,
Yes.
for
Car,
VI. He
land,
collected
VI.
land like 10 years ago. He did sell cars.
For Victoria Island.
They don't
Yes,
collect
now.
everything back from him.
They collect them.
They collect
No,
them
the
back.
mistake people are making is
Ah.
when you
He
see.
never reach 1 month, so then collect them from
When I
him.
tell you,
That's the problem I'm telling you.
VI,
That's the
12
problem I was
plots.
talking about.
Fear no even catch you.
Collect
VI.
VI.
10 years
That's the
ago.
problem.
That's why any family you are dealing with, make sure you know the head of the family. It's very important. Any family you are dealing with.
And the junior
They will
head.
protect
No,
the
see the
head,
two people
eh?
are me. The two people why they play
Right.
politics with where the youth leader and the Olori Ebi.
Olori Ebi.
Yeah. So you see those two people and secretary as well.
And they get secretary.
And they always have
For the
secretary.
family meeting.
They have
Yes.
organized. Their family are Omonile, they are very organized. So
Better structure.
when you have those people by your side, even when they start doing problems and
Yeah,
all that, but
backing.
that was then. No, now I've gotten to the point whereby I know where to buy, I know where not to buy, I know who to deal with, and I know who not to deal with. During those days where
And one of the reasons why a lot of people are suffering all this
Omonile.
breaking of houses and all this is because they bought from yes.
they aside that,
Yes.
even
Some of them.
even if they bought from Omonile, I won't blame the Omonile. I'll blame them for not conducting
Due diligence.
It's not even their with Omonile, no. They
You
have
have person go get 300 million, 400 million, and you know won't go through stress.
You understand?
Because you get 400 million, you just want buy property.
Yeah.
You know go make sure say tomorrow your money no turn this thing.
there are
You
some.
can't have that kind of amount and claim
You
You
ignorance.
don't know
You'll be
Nigerians.
shocked.
You
You'll
don't
be
know
shocked.
Nigerians. Nigerians come on to pay 30 or 50,000 for even chatting.
It's a problem. Consultation is a problem.
They'll tell you, I
It's a
can't.
problem.
And you have 400 million.
Yes,
can't do that.
it's a problem.
Ayekua.
Ayekua. Hey, Jesus.
Can I just call you Cynthia?
No, please. You got Cynthia for so many things. So no, Ayekua.
This question is for you.
Okay.
Then it will not come to him.
Okay. Why are you laughing, Jesus?
The practitioners in real estate. The players.
Why are you laughing now? I feel like I'm
Why?
This is the curious moment.
The sale of this thing, is it exclusive to a particular gender?
Yes.
Like the people who sell. Because we have seen a rise in the number of realtors.
See, the truth is, I always
Do you
say,
understand this question?
I understand the question very
What
well.
do you understand?
the
From the way you started
What is
laughing,
the question?
from the way you started laughing, I had a clear understanding. So the truth is, I keep saying this. People are being told that there is money in real estate. Now we're in a generation where people just want to make money quick and fast. You understand? So a lot of people are selling this narrative that there is money in real estate. And of course, people would want to come into the buying and selling of anything that there is money. Now, everybody has a why they are coming into real estate. Some people want to come and sell property so that they can make commission. Some people want to come inside so that they can meet people that are buying these properties.
Hallelujah.
And then there are some people that just want to use what they have to sell these properties. You understand what I'm saying?
Use what they have.
Yes.
You don't scatter table.
Yes, it's the simple truth. You
You're
understand? I
breaking
keep
the
saying this,
table.
yes. We keep seeing a particular gender all over social media because that is what we want to push. The main ballers, the main people that are selling are actually the men. Yes. That's one thing you will not understand. The top selling people, the people that are kicking, they are men. Men and the older women.
Yeah.
Forget
that's
all
true.
these, forget all these things you are seeing on social media. It's fake life.
But how come?
See, because
Ayekua.
what also are you trying to say people that do this, they don't know what they are doing?
Am I trying to
From
say
the
what?
back.
Hold on.
From the back.
What is this?
Sitting on this property.
No, sitting in the heart.
Okay, sitting in the heart of Lekki is this 7-bedroom apartment. Tastefully furnished. Is what
For your pleasure.
Okay, for your pleasure is it tastefully furnished for your pleasure is an
Smart home.
It's a smart home. Please follow me. Let us go through the house.
Ayekua, I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why is it that these people? Are you trying to tell me that those people don't sell?
Oh my
See, the
God.
truth is, the truth is, let me tell you one thing.
Oh, they don't. What do they really? What are you trying to say? They don't sell?
Let me tell you one
now.
truth. Let me tell you one truth, Nedu. The truth is, if you want to buy a property of 300 million naira, you will not see Nyash at that point. We're talking business here. If I want you to buy a house of 1 billion naira, my bonbon cannot do shit for me at that point.
True, yeah.
Because if I am not speaking your language, if I don't look like you won't even, I won't even have access to you. So I'm being realistic when I tell you the people that are selling, men, elderly women in the market,
yeah.
and very few. See, I get people that send me. I have some people that were very reluctant to do business with me until we had a proper conversation. And I asked him why. And he said, because I was doubting your competence. You're a beautiful girl. There are other things you can be doing. Why real estate? So that's where the why comes in. The why is very important.
So I want to ask you a question.
Yes, please.
You are beautiful.
Well, what
Thank
did do
you.
this?
And no, like she said it before.
I didn't say anything. No,
No, you said, I mean, he said you were beautiful.
Thank you.
I mean, and you are beautiful. I mean, Ayekua has a very...
He don't do.
She has the real touch shape.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Jesus.
She has the shape of what you just explained. She has the physique of what you just explained.
Oh my God.
I'm going to ask you, how often do people come to your DM and start to talk real talk
estate.
and then
Real.
start to...
Then they
Can you share
really
an experience? Can you share an experience?
The truth is, when I started real estate, yes, I was still very, very young in the game and very eager. You understand? Because the truth is, people tell you there's money in real estate. You're a young girl, you're trying to do things the right way. So you're thrown into a market that you're not sure of. So anybody says, I want to buy a house, you are always like, okay, sir, yes, sir. But as you grow, you begin to understand that not every sir is a sir, actually. You understand what I'm saying? So I think I've come up to a stage where I can actually decipher when you want to buy a property or when you're just trying
Or
to
when they want to buy a property.
You're just trying to enter another
Hallelujah.
dimension through property buying. So I just have a way of. So the simplest thing is to sad them till they shut up.
Have you, oh,
Has
you
everybody ever
You
been
sa-
persistent? Even
Yes,
as you sad?
you sad them till they shut up.
Yeah.
So I have a full. I have the different DMs, of course, but I have like a thread of, hi, I want to talk to you. Hi, thanks for reaching out. How may I help? It's sometimes I even go as far as saying, hi, this is Tessie for Ayekua. How may I help? Hi, this is John. So that you if
What
somebody
if the person
really,
says, don't call me sir?
you still say okay, sir.
You call that
Calling
sir.
me sir.
Well noted, sir.
Have you ever been in a position where maybe hang out or come, let's meet one-on-one?
I don't do that. Let me tell you the truth here. It's you need to understand that with real estate, that's why I said they just throw people into the person buying is not doing you a favor.
Yeah.
If you know what you're doing, you are doing that person
You're
a favor.
offering them
You are
money.
saving the person from throwing money into the air. Because if they make one wrong move and that's what they are doing, so you are doing them a favor. So if you want to buy a property and you're not willing to book for a consultation or come for a proper inspection, what are we hanging out for?
But they said the biggest deals are closed at night.
Nah, that's not true. The biggest deals are not closed at night. The biggest deals are closed when playing golf. And it's during the day.
Yeah.
So why am I coming to see you? Nah.
Yeah.
But if real estate is moving well in Ghana, what are you doing in Nigeria?
I was
Because
born
you know
and
you have
bred.
nyash.
No, I
There's
was
a
born
club
and bred
barrier.
here in Nigeria, Lagos.
Okay,
You understand what I'm
okay,
saying? And the
okay.
truth is, I'm even trying to move like he's trying to do. You understand? Every sensible realtor or developer right now, I call myself a baby developer, but everybody's trying to move the Lagos market to Ghana.
Okay.
It's easier. It's just easier. Everybody's scared. Oh, they will break my house. Oh, this. But Ghana is different. You understand what I'm saying? So you
What's
don't.
the major difference between Nigeria and Ghana?
You
First
want
of
to
all,
start this
structure.
fight
No,
now?
not fight. Yeah,
No, structures are different. obviously.
Structure. You're talking about having like proper space and everything. You get that in Ghana. You understand? You get that in Ghana. So that's the
Akwaba.
thing.
But the question I want to ask you again is:
Okay.
Has anybody ever stopped you or probably gotten into your DM and told you, oh, Aqua, oh, very big.
Ayekua.
Aqua mo. Aqua, Ayekua. Yeah. You know what? I like the way you answer me. Send me your account number. I will send you money.
No. And that is not because I don't do that.
Have you ever dated anybody that you have sold anything to?
Never. And I've gotten so many. I keep saying this here. If I was a guy, if I was a man, with the amount of time, with the amount of knowledge, with the amount of competence that I have, I will sell more property than I do as a young lady.
Do you have younger girls under you working with you?
I know this might sound weird, but I rather work with guys. And that's because many young girls come into real estate with this mindset. And when nothing has happened in 2 months, they become reluctant to work. I was in real estate for 2 years. I didn't sell one thing, and everybody thought I had sold half of Lagos. I was even being nominated for award, top selling this, and guy, hunger will kill me. I've not sold anything, and I'm like, hey, is this what this thing is about? But the truth is, that's where the why is very important. The why. So when some girls reach out to me, hi, I want you to mentor me. I ask them, why do you want to come into real estate? And when I hear, there's money now, I want to make, you're not. Because the truth is, as much as you think there's money, there's really no money.
What's the stupidest?
There's really no money, but we have been hearing 30 million, 25 million, 400 million,
That is
600
that
million.
inside that 30 million, you are getting like 3 million naira from the best deal, and that is land though.
good.
And that 3 million naira that you are getting, you probably would have stayed for like 6 months before you sell that one plot. Do you understand? It's just when you now grow to a certain level, you now start getting referrals. But you see that beginning stage, some people have been in real estate for 5 years and they've not sold. Am I lying?
Of course.
Have you? I'm sorry, I'm going to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Not yet.
Okay. Have you ever, has anybody ever come to buy property from you and tell you, do you know what? Since the deal did not work, can I toast you? Can we, hajele here?
I don't understand the last part, but the truth is,
Hajele here means to make more.
yeah. The truth is, I have gotten weird offers and different things. In fact, there was a particular one that broke me. I actually archived I disabled my page, and I was sad for like the longest. You understand? I mean, some of my close people know this. You understand? It broke me completely because we're supposed to close that deal about 400 million in Ikwe.
Okay.
And the guy said, I remember he said, I'm sure you'll be watching this. He said, I should come to the George. And I'm like,
Hotel?
yeah. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I mean, no problem, sure. It's 2:00, yeah. Of course, I'll be coming with my partner. I intentionally put it up, come with my partner. You understand? It was like, no, come alone. And before you go, I would send the money. I was like, I'm not going to send an offer first. You understand? And he was like, no. I said, okay, no problem. I think around like 5, I told him that, nah, I'd rather you come to the office so that we are very certain of what we are doing and everything. I said, okay, no problem. Then I think about a week later, he sent me pictures of some documents and a picture of a house, and he bought something similar. And he said somebody that was willing to come to the George has closed.
Yay.
Ewa.
I was depressed. Now, what that does to you as a young person, you understand what I'm saying? It makes you feel like this is the only way. And that is why your why comes in.
Which is why I asked you that question. I asked you that question because I had a follow-up question to ask you.
Tell me.
Now, now, like you said, you didn't go to close that deal. You didn't close that deal because you didn't go to the George, to the George Hotel to do and get the deal closed. Do these other ladies that do this make it difficult for you guys?
Before I used to feel like they make it difficult. You understand? During my early stage, I used to feel like, nah, because this person is going to buy for me and everything. But the funny thing is that same person bought properties for me, several properties for me.
Much later?
Yes, much later. I think about a year plus later, he bought many, in fact, he made me like a top-selling realtor that year. You understand what I'm saying? He bought a lot of property for me. And the truth is, like I said, if you want to buy a property, boobs and bum cannot confuse you at that time. So all that was probably just a show. Like this new saying, they will test you, but don't panic.
No panic. Maintain composure.
These people try you. Any man that wants to sleep with you before he buys a property does not want to buy a property. He might have the money to buy a property, but trust me, he doesn't want to buy a property. And if he buys a property of 50 million naira from you, it's not because that is the property he wants to buy. He just bought it so that you don't feel like, you understand what I'm saying? The main investment, he's not going to do it through you. Because he doesn't trust your level of this thing. He doesn't trust how intelligent you are. He doesn't even trust your level of integrity. He doesn't even trust how competent you are if you have to put yourself on the table. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be very, very, very incompetent to have to offer your nyash as this thing. If you know what you're saying. That goes back to the answer to your question. During the early stage, I was naive, I was eager to sell, and I was listening. You know, when somebody reaches out to you, when somebody reaches out to you, the way you handle them, even if that's what they want to do, they won't be able to continue.
Did you fall? Did you by any chance fell or almost fell during the early stage?
Funny now. I'm rooted in marketing. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't shake easily.
So if I ask
what do you have to say to ladies, and I mean guys as well, because some big ladies who want to also buy land and want to sleep with the small, with the realtor guys? What do you have to say to people that would just say, I mean, one time won't hurt? Before
you answer that, in continuation to what you're saying about ladies, the ones where they close deal. And it's been generalized that fear girls with the real estate to run from them. What would you say is the percentage of girls that make you guys look bad? In a range of 1 to 10 or 1 to 100?
Honestly, I would say just 20%. And they don't really make anybody look bad. They only make themselves look bad. That's the simple truth. Because once somebody talks to you and they talk to someone that knows what they are doing, there's a very big gap.
A difference.
You understand? I can't even compare. The only thing is, it makes, if you're a coffee girl, the first thing that comes to people's mind when they see your page is that, sex. But the truth is, the moment when it gets down to business, you understand that, okay, I need to listen. I have a lot of people that, like I said, were skeptical. And then when we got down to business, they understood that, okay, I need to listen.
Would you say they are demarketing themselves?
They're selling another market. So real estate maybe, but for their personal market, yes.
Isn't this question?
What would you have to say? Because at the end of the day, nobody knows what you did behind closed doors until they see
Until
your
the
success.
story come outside.
I mean, and some people like to. It's not everybody that is like you that will withstand. 400 million. You know. So some people say, one time won't hurt. Let's just get it done.
One time would always hurt your brand, your business. Because the truth is, how many people do you want to sleep with? Number one, and the person that slept with you, like I mentioned, even if he somehow invested 50 million because that's what he can spare, or that's what he's willing to let go in case everything goes wrong, he's not going to do actual business with you. So this thing is not sustainable. He has slept with you. There's nothing special about you anymore. So now he has to do business. Then guess who he comes back to? Us.
But I was going to throw this to you, but going by what she said, to be honest with you, I'm not knocking anybody. You can do whatever it is you want to do. If it's what makes you happy, go ahead. That's not my business. Which is why I asked if it's demarketing them, because if you hear what she said when the guy wanted to do real business,
came back to her. Now, for the people that do that, I think they think that they are making money, but they are pretty much just selling themselves cheap. And also, you would say if you're into the business for the business, and you know what you're doing, that will not be the route that you go. But what would you have to say about girls that do that? I'm sure a lot of girls would have come to you, say, Baba, make I do marketing for now, or people. Some of your guys go down. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah, now some guys go ask,
I have team like in-house team who, they do marketing, they market our properties. But
in addition, do you say is the real estate companies that has the problem, because they intentionally employ these people to do these things, just like bank employs some girls. Anyway.
Okay, to be honest, I'm not a party to that selling other thing aside real estate. I believe in value. If you offer value, a person with the right thinking would forget about whatever physical thing they see. They will go for the value. You understand? Just like she said, that marketing. If you market your product very well and you show to this client that you are offering them value, they will definitely buy. They don't have to. Because let me tell you one thing. The moment a client does the other business with you, they will definitely move on to the next person that is better than you when it comes to that kind of business.
Sorry for even cutting you. Do you know the funniest thing? That's another thing again. Women need to understand. When they sleep with you, they are not comfortable to buy that house from you because they'll bring their wife to come and see the house. Do you think they really want you moving around funny? Because the funniest thing is, there are some inspections that I go for that I have to look a certain way to. Because when I'm going for inspections with husbands and wives, I completely ignore the men. And I cling to the woman. Because if the woman sees your bum wiggle in a funny way, she's not buying that house because she just feels like, why this realtor? Yeah. So if he has done anything with you, he's not going to be confident enough, you understand, to tell his wife to come and see, because no man is going to buy a house without his wife knowing.
It happens.
And another thing again when they come to my mind, you say, if person when they be say, don't sleep with you, some of them might also be thinking, this girl will come the fee, say she don't dey entitled now because me I had on the sleep, maybe me I had on. He might not even trust you to, because he might just start feeling, if I send her this money now, if he don't think okay, because I don't sleep with this guy now, she might be feeling right.
No, they can still buy for that first deal. But after just that deal, then after that first deal, anytime
they will do a deal that they can ignore, like money that, when you give somebody money and you know that if the person doesn't pay this money back, I'd have a problem. So maybe the person who has an intention to put 500 million into real estate, he will do like a 5 million naira deal with you and then take business. That's why I said men and older looking women are the ones closing.
But these older looking women that you are talking about,
that
was a Ada came out and once say in Igbo that if you have a wife and the wife is doing in real estate, that she has. It's not me that said it. I don't know
But
if
the
it's on that
truth is,
video.
just
People
like
will always
every
say things.
industry, people will always have a say when women are beginning to dominate. So I don't have a problem with that one.
This your
As long as
question.
women are dominating, they will say that.
Okay.
You understand? If like real estate now, a lot of women are beginning to come into real estate market, married women and everything, because it's a business that you can do while doing other things.
Like a side hustle.
You understand? It's like a side hustle. So when women are beginning to dominate, it's just normal for shallow-minded people to feel like this is the reason why women are coming. But they forget that as women, we have different responsibilities. We have to cater to our husbands, cater to our children, cater to our home, and still make sure that we are available for clients. And if we have other things we're doing. So women are venturing more into real estate. So it's normal for that thinking, but it's not true. I'm not
Like-
gonna say it's true.
Like
When I just say it's that person's
person.
experience.
Exactly. You know,
Well,
like in my own
That
case,
person's
Probably,
misconception.
yeah.
in my own case, most of our partners are married women.
Oh, good.
Like matured married women. Most of our partners are sales for us. They are matured married women. You will hardly find a younger girl selling for us. You understand? Because majority of those younger girls, they want to sell a luxury property and all that. So, but majority of the people that we have as partners, they are matured women and they are making sales.
Let me get serious.
And
Because they'll
those
trust
kind of people are
themselves.
not the kind of people that you won't buy something from that kind of person and you won't start to tell where that conversation won't start from.
Another
Because
thing
of your
again-
mind are strictly business.
Another thing again is we always how do I put it? We think real estate stops at just Instagram or social media.
yeah.
It's funny because the truth is, like, if they are like 100% of sales, only like 20% is done on Instagram. Many sales are done from networking, actually going to places that
You have access.
there are some places that you will not have access into, but through a client you can enter. Like I intentionally started playing golf because I wanted
Yeah,
to
of
yes
course.
strategy.
Yeah,
yes strategy.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up loving it, but I intentionally started I paid and I started taking golf classes because I wanted to enter my clients' friends. And I didn't even go through him. I knew he plays golf every Saturday, him and his wife. I was like, okay, cool. So I went there. I was like, hey. And she was like, Ayekua. And then we're playing. I said, she helped us got this. She helped us got this. And guess what? I was able to close all those people.
People, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now, they will say, oh, there's a polo game. There's this thing. Ayekua, are you free to come? Now, I try to be nicer with the women because if the women are comfortable with you,
That's the final say.
the men will even love you more.
Of course.
Because your presence does not cause any
It's not a threat.
explanation or anything. So, the women love, Ayekua. So once you can enter through the women, you are sitting down with them, you are putting ideas into their head and everything. The men think, it's their idea, but it's Ayekua's idea through their wives. You know, that kind of thing. So that's the best way to do it. It's not when I started, I'm not going to lie you, I started posting. I had like 2,000 followers on Instagram. I started posting back to back. They started following me like mad. I almost got a heart
You're too
attack.
serious.
They
You
like
can't-
followed
you
me
can't-
seriously.
You wait, listen,
Yeah.
the reason why they follow
if you
you.
really
Yeah.
want to get, if you
They
really
all
want to
followed me
get,
seriously.
Yeah.
And I was heartbroken. Like, I'm trying to make sales now. You guys, come and buy land.
Never.
Nobody.
You really want to get.
if you really want to get high ticket clients, you have to buy access to where they hang out.
Yeah.
Like you buy access,
There's one you were saying that.
Yeah, you buy access to some community, buy access to sometimes if you have it, you can pay 30 million to buy access to some community. And when there's one thing about humans, if for example, a regular person, like let me say for example, now you see somebody for in a regular place, in a regular settings, you wouldn't value that person. Yeah. But if you see that person for a certain place where you know how much it take you to enter that place, that to get that
You
access.
listen.
Let me tell you, and that's why I always tell people, like you say, you made something about money being in your account.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not just even about investing in lands or properties. Sometimes you invest in yourself. Sometimes you invest in your network. You see some of these people that buys Rolls Royce. They don't buy it because they want to buy it. You know, Rolls Royce give you access to some certain community.
Yes.
And when you have access to that community, you can sell. If I was selling high ticket property, I go down. I know I know like most of the strategy that you use. Sometimes there are some community that the kind of money where you go pay enter there. I know somebody. I'm sure if he's watching, he must be watching this. Now the man a very close person to me, right? This man was actually there's something we call in the UK the House of Lords and all that reputation pool. They call the this in reputation pool. And you speak, you network with people there, and the people we are talking about, we are not just talking about regular people. We are talking about ex-presidents. We are talking about governors and all that. That community now, why they tell you, he met somebody there, and the person bought. He sells luxury properties, right? His properties cost like 150 million. The person bought cash there in pounds, paid in the UK.
150 million pounds.
Yes, no, not 150 million, 150 million naira. But the person paid in
cash.
In
pounds.
cash, yes, in pounds. So this person now, they invited him to the person that he bought the property from him. The person that bought the property from him invited him to the husband's
birthday. Okay.
Birthday. This man went and spent money, bought a Rolex watch, gave the husband.
That's it.
Baba don't win the family heart.
That's it.
Those people are investing. I don't want to amount. They're investing huge amount of money in this business.
Use one stone, key 3 bets.
So you see, sometimes you spend money. That's why she say a lot of guys sells. Those are the strategy those guys use.
Yes, bye-bye.
It's not by
Not by
whether
standing in front
anything.
of
It's
the camera.
access. Okay,
Behind-
let me give you for an
behind the
example. For
scene.
example, if I was actually selling the Koyi property, I won't be wearing an Apple Watch. I will wearing, let's say, maybe like a Patek Philippe,
Richard
See,
Mille.
this thing you
Richard
said,
Mille.
I remember, sorry for cutting you, Nedu. I remember one time during my first year in real estate, I had this house I wanted to sell for 90 million naira then. So I got dressed. What am I dressed? Normal dress now I went. And the man was really interested in the house because the house was nice. The wife was looking at me like, So I felt somehow. So when I went home, I told my sister, because I'm really close to my sister, I told my sister that the woman was looking at me like one riffraff. My sister was like, she's not going to buy this house. I said, why? She said, because you don't look like you've seen that kind of money.
Don't look like that. Yes.
So Nedu, the next 6 months, I started going to car shops in VI. And I walk in and I would just stand there. I learned it from YouTube. I can't remember the page. And I would stand there and I would wait. Nobody can ask me, you want to buy something? Nobody. I kept going. I kept going until I finally got it right. I entered and somebody ran to me. I was like, hi, good afternoon, ma. What would you like to see? Then I knew, okay, this is how I need to start looking.
Yeah.
So I changed everything about how I speak, how I dress, how I talk. Even when I'm going for like land inspection, I have to look a certain way if I'm going with clients.
Smell a certain way.
Oh, no, I don't joke with perfume. I
You
smell
smell
good,
the
don't
certain
worry.
way sometimes.
Not just any cheap perfume or all these perfume oils. No.
oil.
You have to have a scent that demands respect.
Yeah, the kind of perfume
You
when they
understand?
smell it, be like,
You know-
you're rich.
You know that kind of thing. You have
Of
to
course,
have
yes,
that, and you
yes,
have
yes,
to
yes.
smell. You have to smell very, very good. So I changed literally everything about myself, and my Instagram page started growing. The quality of people that started following me changed. The kind of people that started sending messages changed.
Of course.
The women started respecting, started listening to what I had to say, and that was how I would say God did it.
Good.
With real estate, you have to look a
You have to
certain
look,
way.
you look like
I'm
like
telling you,
what
before I used,
Masterclass.
I used to say, oh, I can't walk in heels. Nah.
Nah.
There's a project, I don't know, I mentioned that to you. I'm doing like a very big project right now. And I have to go three floors every time because like a penthouse, you understand, we're trying to also do the interior for the clients. I wore heels all through. Up and down. My legs hurt till now.
Yeah,
It's because I was coming here. I had like I'm coming from Orient. I just came because I had to rush. That's why I'm wearing sneakers. I wore these sneakers in the car. Nedu, you have to look a certain way. And you don't have to wear heels and start walking in a way. You have to walk like this is how I am every
lifestyle.
single
You have to
lifestyle.
walk
Give me your money.
There should be a lifestyle. Yeah.
See, the truth is, whether you like it or not, there are some certain men you will never meet if you look in
A
a
certain way.
certain way. And you see these girls, sometimes I see these girls the way they dress. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not knocking anybody.
It's a bad thing actually. But
I'm not gonna say it. It's not me that's gonna say it's a bad thing. But trust me, a high value man, when he sees you, he knows what he wants when he sees. In fact, high value man not gonna even meet you where your boobs stay out and everything. No, he will not. But he gets on kind girl where you go dress, wear those officey kind of shirts, those streety kind of pants, heels, carry your bag.
Oh.
a certain
Bro,
way.
that's sexy.
A certain way.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I'm
That's
looking for.
Exactly. I'm
It's
telling you,
for
that
me,
is it.
fucking
It's
sexy.
actually a strategy.
It's sexy for me.
There's some clients that you would go and meet. You know, maybe you have to bring the documents to them or one thing or the other. There's a certain way. You're not coming from any office because obviously you're a realtor. You're probably working from home or something.
Mm-hmm.
You dress, and let's say your meeting is for like 4. You leave the house by 12. Dress corporate. Just waste time a bit so that your makeup looks like you've been on the road. You know, that kind of thing.
Why you didn't cast
The
this?
hair gets
No,
a bit.
no, it's
so that
normal.
people
So people will
learn.
learn now.
Yeah,
So people will
the
learn.
hair,
Very, very
the hair
important.
looks messy in a very sensible way. Then you walk in. There is an aura. There's this respect that you automatically demand when you just said, "Hi, I'm so sorry. I'm like 2 minutes late. I've had a long day."
You will come late.
2 minutes.
Two
Of
minutes
course,
late.
2 minutes late now.
Just
It's called
2 minutes.
fashionably late. 2 minutes.
Not be everybody they work for.
The truth is,
it's-
like I said, you're doing the person a favor first of all by even coming to give them whatever it is in their offices. And most of the time, the only time we come to offices is when maybe the person has closed and you want to bring like a gift package to the person. So you
Gifting.
have gifting is very important.
It's
So
so
you have like a 2
Gifting is
o'clock.
all-
You understand? So you come at like 2:05. Hi, I'm so sorry. It's been a long day, but I had to make sure that I delivered this. You know, there's this thing. She's busy. She looks like
You
she's
come
been
looking
working.
busy.
You come looking busy. She looks like she's been working. The respect.
Yeah, there are so many strategy that that comes with closing sales with
High-end
network.
clients.
Yeah,
The ones where I know
network
about some of
individual.
my guys, one or two of my guys where they do real estate. I get on my guy where they sell motor. I get a few friends that sell cars. So what they do is they pay, give them a particular kind of car. Carry that car, go there, do meeting, sit down, waka come out. You know the person I talk about. This way they close. But anyways, that's
It's
just fun.
because people
No,
like
it's normal.
profiling.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, no.
Yes.
It's-
Well,
it's-
They call it.
it's-
No, they
it's-
call it.
it's
Do you
the
know what they
sad
call
world we live
it?
in.
They call it personal branding and social proof.
Yes.
You see those two things. There will be a certain time in this world before person see what you get for head. Now who you be?
don't dey happen
they won't
already
see.
now.
Wait. Now, might tell you, yes. Before they see what you get for head. Now who you be? It we are even
That dey
getting to that
happen
time.
already.
So now you see everybody wants to everybody wants to look influential. Everybody wants to look successful, and nobody will want to deal with you if you don't look. So it's you need to look like this guy is
Presentable.
presentable, not just presentable. Presentable is too.
Presentable is not there yet, though. I look presentable when they looked at me somehow.
Yeah, presentable is.
Yeah, I look
regular.
presentable when
like
they looked
there
at
are
me
some
somehow.
meetings you can hold if you are this kind of person that you really want to look your best. You can hire maybe 2023 autobiography. They are the kind of
Yes.
meetings you hold. You have to use that
Yeah,
kind of
I've done that.
Yes, no.
I've had an experience. We went to my friend and myself and my sister.
Sorry.
We went to a restaurant in VI. So when we got in, I didn't have a car. My sister didn't have a car. So when we went in, they said, no, you can't. I'm telling you the truth. No, you can't come in. They embarrassed us.
Why?
Eh?
We didn't have a car.
That
Taxi
was-
stopped.
car.
Yes.
Yeah, they
And
do
when
that
we walked in,
also.
they said, no, you can't. And then we asked the gate man, like, why are these people embarrassed? And they said, many people come here to take pictures.
yeah.
So you have to like have a class. And I said, oh, is this what is happening? I called my best friend. I say, Eka, we are so pleased, so you have to pull up. She called her driver. We pulled up in the Prado. And then we came inside.
Prado's
I said,
Yes.
yeah. Prado is not cheap. You
I'm
didn't
sorry.
ask me the year.
I'm sorry.
You can't turn down a Prado. No, you can't turn down a Prado.
This thing you just said
You
now.
can't turn down a
I'm
Prado.
sorry. I'm sorry.
It's-
Forgive
it
me. I'm not.
happens-
I'm
So
just-
we
I'm just
went
messing
to the place and
You
those
welcome you.
doors that were closed
We're open.
started to open, and
We're
the
open.
lady started asking, "What do you want, ma'am? What do you want, ma'am?" Yes,
But you
we
know-
even
but-
came without reservation.
But-
And then I asked Nedu, and I asked the lady. I said, "Do you remember
recognize
me?" And she said, "No." I said, "You just bounced us 2 hours ago." Say, "Oh, sorry, we have a policy." I said, "Okay,
But the
shush."
thing is, it happens everywhere. Even they happen scenes where they before they bomb me.
You see-
they watch Pretty Woman,
Yeah, I
walking
see.
down.
Yeah.
And the truth
It's
is,
not just-
you where they watch us, you they do them. Somebody go smoke Igbo, smoke near you. When the person talk, you don't smell it. But before the person talk, you already have an idea of who you think that person is.
Yeah, profiling.
We all profile,
Yeah,
whether we like it
profile.
or
Yeah,
not.
of course. That's true. It
I go
happens.
waka near you. When you smell my perfume, first of all, you go know say me and you not
You wearing
be.
back-
Yeah.
You understand? So all, whether you like it or not, everybody they profile. It's so bad that even during COVID, the mask where you wear, now bro.
So we shouldn't
yes.
complain. We shouldn't complain about
There
fake
was a particular
lifestyle.
one.
then.
And to me now,
why.
formally, let me tell you, formally, I
lifestyle,
used
they
to
work.
call it fake life, but
It works.
as I
It
go
works, so.
The
deep
Bible calls it fake.
into some, I got access to some, some communities and all that, and I realized that it wasn't fake life. It's personal branding and social proof
Yeah, so
to make people want to associate with you and to do more business with you.
to even trust
It's not
you.
fake life. Fake life is when, okay, for example, people that are living fake life, like I used to have a friend in Jakwacha in Lekki. I'll always give example. He said he has moved out of the country. He said on the street, there's somebody popular, big brother, or whatever, I don't want to call him. A person is living in a big queue. And like a one room, I think, or a room and parlor. But whenever that person goes out, is a Prado and a mobile police that comes to pick that person. He rents that car every time. I'm like, that one is fake life. I would say, don't bite more than what you can chew. Don't. I always tell people, people say live within your means.
Yeah.
Me, live below your means. If you want to live a comfortable life, you live below your means. While you live below your means, always be hungry for growth. You understand? Always live, because when you live below your means, even during COVID, people that lived below their means, they didn't feel, you not go feel like saying anything they do you. Even when recession they happen or something like that they happen, you not go feel, you earn like, let's say, for example, you earn like 50 million in a month. You live like someone who earn like 20 or 15 million in
the
a
funny
month.
thing be say the rich want you to think they are poor. But
the poor.
want you to know that they are rich. Meanwhile, they don't have a champagne.
The rich, let me tell you something about the rich. The rich are, when you get close to so many wealthy people, I know
Not
you
even
must
rich,
must have access to some of these people. You know what they talk. You know one thing about them, they are very ordinary.
Very.
When you sit with them, they are very
Jesus
ordinary
Christ.
people. You go come there and say,
Why?
but one thing, they no one associate themselves with people we know they try to meet up or people we know they are standard. So you need to look like them. But they are very ordinary people. They no be this kind of people where they treat you.
A
If
certain
you
way.
enter their circle, like I say, you get place where you go meet Tony Elumelu. The way you go to embrace you, shake you, you know be celebrity.
Yes.
But the get where you go
accept
meet
you.
them,
Yes.
you go exchange contact with them, you go follow up with them. They not give you see this social proof and personal branding with networking. Those are, see, if you have those 3 skills, even if you don't get shishi, if you continue within the next 3 years, you go become billionaire.
Fake it till you make it.
Don't
It's
call
not
it fake it till you make it. It is strange. It's not
called
fake.
fake.
So now,
You know what me meet Tony for that year. My brother, when the guy come my brother-in-law wedding, and you talk and I remember say, so I mean this guy,
take picture now, so they will embrace you and all that. And if you know,
Because of where you
because
are.
I even
see,
saved the picture for my phone.
if you know how to utilize those
No, I can't
opportunities,
post it.
you go create them into something valuable for yourself.
Yeah.
Hanging around with these people, I have rich friends. You have rich friends, not be for mouth. What value have you guys exchanged?
Exactly.
Yes, you have rich friends.
Yes.
I have rich friends.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
value now?
Some rich friends are
If you have rich friends, you are not exchanging value. What will not be friends for?
Yes.
So that's why you see, Matt tell me one story. There was one guy, the guy he's working with this he collect contract from all this what do they call it, DP whatever, this petrol whatever, DPR.
yes.
Okay, the chairman at that time, he don't send some this thing to an office. He did index for a very long time. We no agree sign. He come here say he come try to access the chairman staffs them. they can't like am well. They can't hear say the chairman they do wedding. Chairman's son, abi daughter, they do wedding. Wetin he can't do be say, you no get money, things not today okay for him. He had to fly to that state. As they fly for that city, book mobile police, buy all the best clothes. When he got there, and you know one thing about if you go do wedding for your village or you do any ceremony for your village, even if you don't know that person in person, and that person comes with an escort and come to you and shake you, you will be like you will embrace the person. Then he went there, shake the man. Oh, I'm sorry for coming late. This one, that one. Thank you, blah blah blah. He went right. Another day again, like after the whole wedding, the man came back to Lagos. He went to that man's office. When he went to that man, he took a photograph and he took picture. When he went to that man's office, then the staff, they know him now. They give him access to the man's office. When he went to the man's office, he shocked the man. And the man said, who are you? He said, I'm the person that came to your son's wedding now. I came to give you the picture we took together. Although you have my files on your table, but that is not the reason why I came here. So for the man to don't see him for that position and all that, okay, my brother, thank you very much. Okay, what was that your file? Said, let me see. Don't worry, we'll sign it. This contract is too small. We'll give you more. So that's the power of social proof, networking, and what's that last one I call?
Proof of life.
No. Social proof, networking, and personal branding.
Proof of life.
You see, you know one of the reasons why you see all this Transcorp, Hilton, and all that. Now, personal branding with that man they do.
Is it the Transcorp where you talk? Is it the Transcorp? In the past 3 weeks, I've been able to sign 3 endorsements. Now, one of those endorsements that led to another endorsement was now because I always like staying. If I know they stay another way, stay Transcorp or book another maybe Envoy or somewhere else. Is it that Transcorp? My brother, sometimes just close. I pay that 300 something thousand. Business. As I come down now for downstairs, now I see Nedu, we've been trying to look for you. More are not here. No, okay, let's all right. So we'll get back to you. How much is this? We agree price. Blah 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 blah. It was in December. It just recently, that thing that we discussed. This is your podcast. You people are talking rubbish. But that thing that we talked about, we're ready to do it now. Fly down to this place. That was all. And as you finish that one, the person will be saying, okay, this content. But some time, you see, the truth is, forget about whether anything. Both of them here, now, they for those of you now, no matter what you are selling, they are giving you, this is 101 class.
Very important that you have something you are selling.
It's very important to have something you are selling.
Yes.
The actual thing, no. That's all I have to say. Very important you have something you are saying. Then package it, because the truth is, real estate where they sell. Now another person they sell. But they stand you out. There has to be something that you have to do differently. You have to be able to push the envelope. If you not push them, go to where they go. Hunger will kill you. You got some Papa, recently I know say those where they drive Rolls Royce and get association.
Yeah,
of course, they have a community now.
Even the people that buy Benz brand new, they have an association.
Yeah, but that Rolls Royce, you can't compare.
Can't compare it, definitely. not fairly used.
You know, some Rolls Royce. According to what I heard,
What we have?
I heard this thing. They said the where you have where they showcase what do you call it?
Showroom.
It's not like showroom. It's like is it showroom? Exhibition, exactly. Rolls Royce exhibition. You don't find it anywhere. Have you ever seen it in magazine?
You don't.
Is where you have this golf. What do they call this jets? Golf stream or whatever.
Yeah, all these golf events. PGA.
Yes. So they know that people who are buying those golf stream can afford
that.
So and if you're a Rolls Royce, I have a friend that this guy is into jewelry. He sells wristwatch and all that. He buys wristwatch for clients and all that. Whenever they are launching some new product, from like this recent e-blood, there are some new product they launched in e-blood. They invited him, even had to connect with Jacob and Co. He collected his number.
Jesus.
So you see, some of this thing buys you access to some places.
You get one place
and access to some people.
Places is out. Is where you meet those people.
Yeah.
When we are in Dubai sometime, then one of our guys, they say, sir, this guy, he buy table of $1 million for Formula 1. Wait,
Okay,
bro,
Formula
no
One.
vessel.
Yes, now.
Formula 1.
Of course.
Table.
Yeah.
When then they say, Ayekua table, 2 billion. He said, no, this one bought table. He said, this is a guy, I don't want to mention the guy's name. He said, the guy bought table of $1 million. People where they share table with, where they the same table now, waiting with that watch where they bend like this. No, they one watch where they bend like this.
Richard Mille.
Richard Mille,
Yeah.
gone day in behind Richard Mille. Richard Mille, they even show him. Okay, this is the one that is coming out now. This is the next one.
That's how they close deal.
Exactly what I was saying. You have to.
That's how
you
it
have
is.
to enter
But no,
strategic
if you are
phases.
thinking about the money
You spend there.
spend to get there, you won't.
You know, go.
Don't go and use your last
Let me
card.
tell you.
and-
They say-
Don't go and steal.
let me tell you, they say your
Hey, you know the funniest thing?
your
eh?
first
You know the funniest thing?
money.
That thing you're calling your last card. Would you rather eat it small, or use it to open a door that will give you
Eat it small.
on?
I'm
serious.
Let me
This
tell you.
is-
You know why I said don't eat your last card?
There was a time I had. There was a time somebody very, very, very big. I'm not talking about entertainment big. Somebody very, very big. I can't even mention his name out of respect. He sent me a message, right? And he said, "Hi, you're into real estate, yes?" I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Okay, good. I need you to be in Ikoyi, Nakinok Boulevard by 9. I didn't have transport. I didn't have transport fare. I went through my Instagram. There's this guy that was always toasting me that time. And he's into cars. And I said, please,
Oh my God.
I need help. And he was like, what? Because I've not been responding to you. So what do you
All of a
need?
sudden,
Do you
now
understand?
you
All of a
know.
sudden, you're sending me a message. I was like, I took a screenshot of the message I sent him. I was like, oh my God, I will send a driver to you. This guy sent a driver to me. The driver picked me from my house, took me. The man told me to be at this thing it's a coffee shop, a very small coffee shop.
Where then go see you where they pull up.
Now, in the coffee shop is glass, and he sat down and he was facing the door. I came in. The driver came down because he's well trained, obviously. Opened the door and I came out. Heels, of course. Strutted in. Acted like I was trying to.
Strutted, she didn't walk.
No, I didn't walk. You don't walk. You don't walk. I got in, and because this is my first time here, I don't know the actual place because it's like a little village. There's a coffee shop. There's like a restaurant in the back. So I called him like, "Hi." I sent a message like, "Hey, I'm here and I don't know where to meet." And I was like, "I can see you." And he came outside, he shook my hand, and we went inside and we had an amazing meeting. Our meeting was supposed to be 30 minutes, and we sat down there for about 2 hours, closed what we had to close, did everything, shook hands, and that was my first deal ever.
Mega
So-
or first.
First deal ever. As in after hunger beats me.
Okay.
And then the guy of 400. I literally just disabled I disabled it before. I just opened it up and everything. That was we shook hands there and then
There's a
he did.
testimony.
Oh no, church went crazy, now.
Yeah.
No. Go on. There's a testimony.
Church went
Continue.
crazy. So we shook hands there and then he made part payment for this thing without seeing it. Because he trusted that this person coming can handle this amount.
you see,
Followed me
there's
to
a
the car, opened the door, I got in, and he went. This is somebody that
I'm
on a
sorry.
normal day,
You know,
I won't be
what
able
I'm
to
saying-
even
what I'm
see
saying
him.
is
She
you,
asked
they already
somebody,
reached out to you. I'm
Hold
saying
on. I
you
want to
have
say something.
last
No.
money in your account. And you are using it to go and pay.
If you
I
don't
had
have
that
somebody
couple, I
to
would
see
have
And you
you,
are using it to go and pay a transport.
Can I say
Thinking you will see
something?
Tony Elumelu downstairs.
But can I say
But you know
something?
the funniest thing, you might not see
No
Tony
transform.
Elumelu downstairs, but you might see that's why the Bible says he will bless the work
you
of your
might
hand. You
not.
have to have what you are selling,
Transcorp,
so that when you see your clients, you will know.
Those Transcorp or whatever.
I don't know
it
if you
is,
understand. You
might not know.
There's one thing about me,
The
right?
Transcorp, how many times I don't there where I never see one, I don't see
Any-
anybody?
You don't see, you can't use your last card, come pay.
No, I not use my land.
Now why are they talk say no use your last card? Though.
There, so you
There's
definitely
there's one thing. So there's one thing about me, the way I see money, cash is not money to me. It has no value. Sometimes, any money I'm spending, I'm not talking about maybe basic necessities and all that. Any money I'm spending, that money needs to yield. It doesn't have to be maybe a financial investment or whatever it is.
It has to be doing
It
something.
might be for leisure.
Working for you.
It has to be
But
working
it
for
has
you in
to.
some way.
That is it. And another thing, you don't just like you say you're talking about your last money, right? If that your last money, the problem with people is that they don't like to take risks. They're afraid of failure. And if you're afraid of failure, you can never
succeed.
amount to anything
Oh,
in
you
this
can
life.
never.
Never. You can never be so. Except say maybe your papa or your mama
They get
leave
back in.
wealth for you.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
if
transport
you
again.
are not, if you are afraid of failure, you can never get something good out of life.
The
Sometimes it's more of like gambling. Even going into you as a realtor is more of like gambling.
Yes.
When you started a realtor, you just know that you wanted to be a
Do you know
realtor.
how reluctant I was to quit my 9 to 5? I did 9 to 5 for 7 years. That's another topic for another day. People need to
So,
understand that you have to
yeah.
learn discipline before you
Yeah,
venture
of
into
course.
real
the
estate.
Of course.
testimony I wanted to say in what she shared is that like I said, do you whatever makes you sleep at night, whatever you are okay with, do it. But you see, she just talked now, say she had a 9 to 5 for 7 years, so she used it to build herself. And then while she was waiting for the first deal, remember she stayed 2 years. While she was waiting, men they are come, let me spoil you. I go spoil you. And you see where don't spoil for 2 weeks to go, they envy you. I will spoil you walked. She didn't go. She stayed. She valued herself. Because now the name where you call yourself, now other people go call you.
True.
Now, why that guy they wait, everybody they wait. Now, it not mean say she discard everybody. She was nice to everybody talking to you. I didn't tell you fuck off, get out. No, I was still talking to you respectfully. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I can't come, sir.
What a power-packed episode. I'm very certain that if you have stayed with us up until this point, if you have any interest in real estate, the basics, you don't learn them for here. Some people go learn, you don't learn them for here. Experience, they here. Proof, say these people sabi the thing, they here. Our Oga from the Reseda,
Yes.
Abdullahi Attah, thank you so much
Thank
for your willingness to divulge and to share. Even though sometimes you even the try, but the things where you don't share, as I did like this now, I go write book. And to Ayekua Ampa, thank you. Medasi. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
For
is it Medasi?
Medasi, yes.
I thought it's a Akwaba.
That's
Akwaba is
welcome.
welcome now.
Anyway,
is good.
sorry.
Medasi is
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not goodbye.
If you not learn anything from this episode, may you know say then they follow you from village. That's the truth. And it does not necessarily have to also mean that it's only applicable to real estate.
Yeah.
You can apply it, take the
Just
knowledge,
got to
apply
life.
it to whatever sector that you are. And then even if not be any sector, you're not selling anything, as a person, you can also use it for your personal development and your social
Branding.
social proof.
Yeah.
You get me? You can also you have something for everybody on this episode. Personally, this is one of my best episodes yet in this year. Anyway, peace before you sleep.
No, before they
Thank you for
sleep,
coming,
go
Ayekua.
to Reseda
Yes.
social media and type honest bunch.
Let's not be selfish because me, I wanted to now.
Yeah, type honest bunch. The best deals, the very best deals. You don't see as they do am. You can do business with them and
Affordable.
go to sleep.
And if I go advise you, you see that Ibadan own.
Yep,
No,
right.
but you see
Asaba.
that's no.
Ibadan.
Ibadan
Ogun,
and
Ibadan.
Ogun State. If you have any small that you're not using, like 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, you can, even if you not reach the money where you go take buy the thing, at least say, okay, oh, sir, this is what I can. How much is it? Oh, it's 10 million. Okay, let me give you this one now. Whenever I have the remaining one, I can.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, if you keep that 2 million or 3 million where you get now, they wait say next week when you complete that money no complete.
Grandma
And even
go
when you
swallow
complete,
shovel.
yes, and even when it's even when you complete, the value don't go down, and then if you don't increase the money,
Price.
because as every day they go, the value of that place where you want to invest, they go up.
And if you invest with Reseda,
we actually have a payment plan, so
That's
see,
what I was about
you
to
can
ask.
make a deposit and spread for like 3 to 6 months.
You see, I'm saying.
And you secure the.
Of course,
Yes. Okay,
you secure the current value. One of the reasons why you don't see us having properties scattered everywhere, we have a mission, we have a goal, which is affordable and accessible properties. You can never see us have a property that you have to drive from the road 20 minutes down inside bush.
with Reseda.
And this current Ogun State property that we are talking about is along a paved road, which is currently being dualized.
with Reseda.
And
Let's
it's
go.
like, yes, it's like 5 minutes from the Lagos Food Security and Logistic Hub. It has so many notable, even the film city that you're talking about is like 10 minutes from the film city. So it
Reseda.
has so many notable. So those are the things that will drive the value appreciation in that place.
We can invest and just leave it with you for the next.
Of course,
Reseda.
even in that estate, is something that don't want to bring out yet, but there's something that we are going to add, like a recreational facility that will also help the investors, because we've understudied the market and the industry and the market per se and the economy will realize that any investment you are making needs to have an economic value that will be yielding something for you frequently, not just holding it for long. Even while you are doing land banking, there needs to be something that will be yielding like passive income for you. So we're also looking at that. But when that time comes, it's only the investors that are invested in the because it's called Prineville County. It's only the investor that is keen to the property will have that opportunity for that.
Resida, RESIDAR on Instagram.
Yeah.
Enter their DM. Just type Honest Bunch.
Yeah.
Resida.
Bye.
Resida.